I hope everybody's had a fabulous Sunday. How is everybody doing? It's almost the end of the weekend, but school starts again tomorrow, so that's great. At least for us moms. It's Michael and Boro. 30 seconds. Did you show up with 30 seconds to go? I always run around like doing a bunch of extra things. Like I fill up my water bottle, you know, have a couple little loose ends to tie up. I always have to run to the bathroom, make sure I don't have to take a bathroom break or anything. And then by the time I get here, I'm like, dang, I've got a minute to sit down. I always like barely make it. I don't think I've ever been late, but I have been close. I thought I saw an eye doctor on an Alaskan island, but it turned out to be an... How do you even pronounce that? An optical illusion? Illusion. You and your jokes. I was thinking of you because that's going to be my stream title for like when I move over to Donkey Kong. I have put the spicy chips on the shelf for a little while because I feel like they kind of overstayed their welcome. But I also just haven't been able to get my hands on any more. Illusion. Okay, this is making me seem really stupid, but what is an illusion? Hi, Alex, how are you? My ex was late once. Ander has been watching this show called Mountain Men, and it's about just these guys that go out and they're just living off the grid, living off the land. And, you know, he was like, I wonder how much of this show is really real. But turns out most of it is pretty real. They're out there hunting for their food, you know, building their own cabins, stuff like that. And I think there are a couple of them that are up in Alaska. Why you would do that, I cannot even imagine, but whatever. The Aleutian Islands are the islands at the south of Alaska. Oh, see? Okay, so that joke was totally lost on me because I did not know the Aleutian Islands. But now, that is a fantastic joke. I love it. Totally love it. Alexa just told me a joke. She told Charlotte a joke earlier. What was it? What's the difference between a well-dressed... Okay, wait. I'll probably botch this. It was like, what's the difference between a well-dressed cyclist and a scrappy man or a scrappy person on a tricycle? A wheel or a tire or something like that. I thought it was pretty funny, but Charlotte was like, that's so funny. I don't think she got it. I know, jump. I might catch the joke, just might. I know, I feel like such an idiot. I was like, I know this is probably a good joke because Boro comes up and always has great jokes, but I did not quite understand this one, so... But now that it's all been explained to me, and jokes are always lost on somebody when you have to explain all that stuff. You're like, get it? Because see, okay, all right. So I lost on that one. But today, I taught my very first Sunday school lesson to the teenagers. So that was cool. I went in with, I introduced myself and, you know, kind of told them a little bit about myself. And then I showed them all the picture of my dad dressed as Aunt Pearl and was like, I want you to take a good look at this picture. And I just want to let y'all know that's my dad. And their faces were priceless. It was so great. I wanted to make a lasting impression, like first impression. Trying again because Susie cannot. What's the difference between ignorance and apathy? I don't know, and I don't care. That one's great. That one is great. I saw it. I don't even know if this is real. It was like a text message conversation between a mother and a daughter or something, and it was like, what does IDK something? So it was like, what does IDK? It was like a bunch of acronyms, and her daughter responded with, I don't know. Something got to go. Oh, I don't know. Got to go. Talk to you later. I think that's what it was. It was like IDK G2G TTYL or something like that. And her daughter responded with, I don't know. Got to go. Talk to you later. And her mom was like, okay, we'll talk about it later then. That's what that joke reminds me of. I don't know. I don't care. Shout out to Grandpa Arrington. Yeah. I was like, yep, that's my dad. And I think it kind of grabbed their attention. I was like, this is the household I grew up in. It's kind of like having Robin Williams for a dad, but on kind of a more minor scale. Anyway, so I feel like it went okay. I mean, teenagers aren't very responsive anyway, but I feel like we had a relatively good discussion, and I got to know, I found something unique out about all of them. We do have 3 siblings in that class that kind of hate each other. And I'm not really sure how to... You worked in a ministry for 10 years. That's awesome. My favorite place to be is with the youth, honestly. And they're the most important anyway, because they're the up-and-coming generation, right? They're the ones that are going to take us all forward, right? But yeah, we have these siblings. I think one is 12, one is 16, and one is 14, I think. The brother is the oldest. They're all really interesting kids, but they just kind of hate each other. And they all have really interesting personality types. So it's definitely going to be kind of a struggle figuring out how to balance that family dynamic. I don't think they have a very strong father influence kind of at home. I know the dad is there, but I don't think he's really present much. I'm not really sure, but they all seem to just hate each other. And I remember one time, it was years ago, I was sitting in like the foyer, like the waiting area, waiting for Ander before he became bishop. But he was still part of the bishopric, so he was like a counselor to the bishop. So he was still kind of in that world. And the mom was sitting on the couch. She was sitting on one of the waiting couches, and her kids were just being nuts. They were pushing each other and grabbing each other by the hair. And I mean, seriously, like really just disrespectful. And there was another congregation meeting in the chapel behind us. And so she kept trying to tell them to be quiet, and they wouldn't listen. And they were just constantly instigating with one another. Nobody would just walk away. And so they kind of made their way outside, and she got so frustrated with them that she locked them outside. She locked the glass doors. And I remember she turned around and she was breathing really hard, and she and our eyes met, and I remember just going, do what you gotta do, man. Like, no judgment here. And she was just like, sorry you had to see that. And I was like, don't have to apologize whatsoever. So when it was finally her turn to go in and talk to the bishop or whoever she was supposed to go talk to, she said, will you just make sure nobody comes and kidnaps my kids? Like, just make sure they're out there. And I said, sure. So I unlocked the door and I went out there and I was like, hey, your mom is inside. She's meeting with, I don't know, somebody. Just wanted to let you know that she's now in this meeting she's been waiting for. And they were like, she walked us outside. And I said, honestly, I don't blame her. You guys are acting absolutely ridiculous. You guys are acting like toddlers. There's another congregation that's meeting right here. You guys cannot control yourselves. I don't blame her. And I'm locking you out too. And I went back inside and I locked the doors. I was like, you guys are freaking clown shoes. Alex's students emailing me Sunday night again. I'll wait until tomorrow morning to reply, but they are annoying to get, especially during a Susie stream. Well, I hope I can bring some sort of sense of positivity to your night. These students, I forgot to, I was hoping I could. I remember my dad getting those too, although email wasn't quite as big of a deal when my dad was teaching, but there's always something. There's always a fire that needs to be put out, or there's always, and I remember when I was in high school, I was always told, college professors don't care if you show up to their class or not. They don't care. Like, attendance isn't even really a thing in college. And I remember being so excited about that and being like, wow, that sounds amazing. They don't even care if I come or not. But the reality is, if you don't come, you don't learn the stuff you're supposed to learn, and you don't pass your tests. Now, if you can read the whatever you're supposed to read and pass your tests, great. I don't think your professor actually cares if you're there or not, really. But it's the kids that don't show up and then get mad because they didn't get the grade they wanted or whatever. Those were the types of students my dad would get so frustrated with, because he would be like, you never show up, you never turn any of your assignments in, and then now you're gonna come crying to me right before the semester ends and tell me that you're upset with your grade? What in the world do you what do you expect me to do? You're paying whether you show up or not. That is true. It's like, you might as well go because you're paying. I think I might have told this story on stream before, but my dad was he was the theater chair multiple times. And so he was in charge of scholarships. Imagine the stress of being in charge of these massive, like these scholarships. This is money. These are kids' entire college educations, partial educations. So my dad was in charge of scholarships, and every semester he always had interviews, right? He had interviews with all the kids to decide who got scholarships and whatnot. And he had an interview with this kid that had a scholarship, and the kid never showed up, never called, never made any attempt to get in touch with my dad. And my dad actually got really worried because he knew this kid and he thought, this is so bizarre for this kid to be acting this way. He was worried. He tried contacting, kid didn't answer. And so finally, like a week went by, and suddenly my dad gets this knock on his door, and this student showed up, sheepish. Hey, professor, how's it going? And my dad was like, oh my gosh, there you are. I was worried about you. I didn't know where you were, and we were supposed to have a meeting last week, and I was really worried about you. You didn't return any of my calls or anything. And the student was like, yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I've had a lot going on, which was probably true. But anyway, so my dad was like, well, how can I help you? And the student said, well, I was hoping we could do our interview since I missed my interview. And my dad goes, your interview for what? And the kid was like, well, my scholarship. And my dad said, you don't have a scholarship. I gave your scholarship away. And the kid was absolutely horrified. And he was like, what do you mean you gave my scholarship away? And my dad was like, look, man, we had a meeting to discuss your scholarship, your college education, and you didn't show, you didn't call me, you didn't give me any sort of like heads up, nothing. You dropped off the face of the earth for a week. I gave your scholarship to somebody else. Oh man, that kid was so mad. He was mad and he was upset and he was like horrified, but he really didn't have anybody to blame but himself. I don't remember what happened after that, but maybe my dad got some angry phone calls. I'm not really sure, but sucks to be that kid. But he learned a valuable lesson, hopefully, that you can't just assume, like, the school doesn't just give you a scholarship and then you don't have to do anything for it. He was expected to be there. The least he could have done was at least called and said, hey, I'm not going to be there. Can we reschedule? He didn't do that. My dad was just like, sorry, man, I gave your scholarship away to somebody else who showed up for their interview. You know, I would have been willing to work with you, but you didn't even reach out to me. To me, since you're showing up now and this whole thing is happening, I don't feel like you even really wanted it. Like, that's not what a kid that wants a scholarship does. Lots and lots of drama. My dad could write a book. Yep, you proved you couldn't handle it, so we gave it to somebody who could. Life happens, but do your part. That's what I thought when my dad told me, and that's what my dad said. He was like, how did this kid expect me to give him a scholarship when he couldn't even show up for the interview to talk about his scholarship? Why? Or maybe he'd already had the scholarship and he was supposed to have this meeting to continue it or something like that. I don't even remember. I don't remember how scholarships work, but my dad was like, tough luck, man. I'm sorry. And like I said, I don't remember what happened after that. I don't remember if, how the kid necessarily like reacted. I mean, I know he was horrified, but I don't remember if my dad got like angry phone calls or if he was pulled into like the dean's office or whatever. But I mean, my dad was theater chair. What he said went. So my dad, every time he was theater chair, every time he was released, he was like, oh gosh, I don't ever want to be theater chair again. I think he was theater chair 3 times, and it's just stressful. It's so stressful. He had coworkers he didn't really like, he didn't really get along with. And it's hard. It's hard managing anybody. I was a manager at my salon for a long time, and it's really hard. Andrew and I were actually just talking about this last night. Ander says his least favorite trips he gets to teach people, taking people out bass fishing, are the trips of guys who want to become better and they want to become more educated they want to start cutting checks in the tournaments they're fishing. But giving it to someone else, yep, I agree. That was the bet. Like, how was he supposed to learn if my dad was like, now I almost gave your scholarship away? That probably changed that kid's life, hopefully. But Ander was like, these guys, they contact me and they say, I want to start getting checks in these tournaments and I've been fishing these lakes for years and I just can't seem to catch the fish and blah, blah, blah. And Ander said, I hate these trips because they think they're going to come out with me and I'm going to give them some magic lure or like a magic technique or a magic spot on the lake or something. And the reality is I'm using all the same stuff they're using. I'm fishing all the same spots they've been fishing. The difference is I'm just better than they are. And that is a hard pill to swallow. And it sucks to have to be like, nope, there is no magic bullet. There is no magic place that's just like a honey pot where they're just these magic giant bass that just swim around in this one spot and you're guaranteed to catch one. That doesn't happen. These men that are getting, or these people that are getting checks in these tournaments are using all the same stuff you are. They just know how to do it better than you, and they do it the best they can every single time. And he said these guys always come away disappointed because their expectations are so high. And I ran into the same thing when I was managing girls at the salon. I was using all the same stuff they were, and I did not get complaints. And then when they would get complaints, and I'd have to go in and be like, hey, so-and-so called and said all her lashes fell off, they'd be like, oh, well, my humidifier was acting up yesterday. I'm like, girl, I don't use a humidifier, and I don't ever get people that come in saying their lashes fell off. This is not a supply problem. This is not a product problem. This is a technician problem. So it's kind of the same thing applies. Like, managing people, it sucks, but I don't know. Hey, it's Bishop! Good to see you, Bishop! In tomorrow, in our future. Managing people is so hard. It sucks. And managers get paid more for a reason, because you have to put up with everybody else's crap like double, triple, quadruple sometimes. Ugh. Oh my gosh. And so when my dad was managing, employees, but then he also had students. Oh, on top of it. It was just crazy. We're both in black. Okay, so funny story. This is actually navy, but because of my lights, it looks black. So we'll just pretend it's black. I'm wearing gray pajama pants, but yes, it's actually navy. I actually wondered if it would show up on camera, and it totally doesn't. It looks slightly different on my camera. I wore a little yellow kind of like t-shirt, like infinity scarf today, which kind of offset the navy, but you have a ring light? I was gonna get I tried a ring light. I tried a ring light for my song covers, and I could never make it look good. I could never make my face looked like a beacon, shining. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence then is not an act, but a habit. I agree with that, actually. And these people that, kind of drift through life wondering why things don't go right, but continue. Well, what did they say? Insanity is doing the exact same things and expecting different results. We all know people like that in our lives, right? That contact us because they want advice or whatever, when in reality, they just refuse to do. Like, sometimes I feel that way about my mom. My mom tore her rotator cuff again. Okay. This is 3 times. Okay. She's torn her rotator cuff 3 times now. 2 of those times she's had surgeries. She can't get surgery anymore. She's too old. Her body won't handle it. She's been on drugs and narcotics and all sorts of things. They won't even give her narcotics anymore because she couldn't handle taking them. She was starting to forget taking them, and she's got Parkinson's. There are a lot of other things that are, kind of causing problems, but she has to do physical therapy, and she just doesn't follow through with her physical therapy. And then she wonders why she's in pain, and she wonders why she's not getting better. I'm like, Ma, you got to do the physical therapy. Well, I know, but it hurts. I know it hurts. Nobody you talk to says, oh yeah, physical therapy was great. It was totally a breeze. It sucks. Every single person I've talked to that does physical therapy says it's one of the worst things ever. But she can get stem cells. That is true. She's gotten lots of injections. She's gotten like steroid injections. But here's the problem. They don't even really know. I mean, now, okay, yes, her shoulder, she has a torn rotator cuff. That's true. But up until it tore again, they can't even really tell what her pain is, because it starts up here and it kind of radiates down her shoulders and down her arms, but it's both arms. It's not just her rotator cuff arm. So the pain is so weird and nobody can really tell. And so every 6 months, my mom's like, I'm going to go get another opinion from this different doctor. She must have gone through, a dozen doctors. And once again, she's in that same boat that Anders' clients, or like my lash girls or whatever we're in. She wants somebody to give her something she hasn't been told before. She wants somebody to say, she wants a Dr. House to be like, oh my gosh, you've got a tapeworm in your leg or something crazy. And that's what's causing all your problems. And if we get rid of that, everything will be better and everything will be fine. And that's just not the case. They can't tell her why her pain is so bad. Now they figured out she tore her rotator cuff again, but she can't have surgery. So what is she going to do? I don't know. Shout out to House. I know my Speed House. I've kind of come down from my Speed House watching, but they're great. There's like it's like a whole YouTube channel. I think it's just called I think it's called Dr. House MD. But I kind of had to pull back because I started noticing I was becoming a hypochondriac. Like Auden would cough and I'd be like, oh my gosh, is this the beginnings of like leukemia or something crazy? You know, I started to kind of worry, and it was, you've watched half an episode? Here's my problem with House. I really love House, and I really love that they come up with these wackadoo. I mean, are all of the episodes based on true stories? I feel like I heard somewhere that they were based on true stories. Lots of medical jargon, lots and lots of like, you know, crazy things. Seriously, I think somebody did have a tapeworm in their leg or something nuts. Tapeworm in their brain. Anyway. But the problem is they never deviate from that. It's always the same thing. Somebody has some freak thing. They come into the hospital. House is a jerk. He's a pill-popping doctor. He comes in and is mean to everybody, including his team. They do all the tests, and then suddenly House has this epiphany, and then suddenly, surprise, they heal their person and everything's fine and everybody goes home. I just think it would have been nice to every once in a while have one of his team figure it out. And maybe they do. I don't know. I haven't watched a whole lot of them. Like, I mean, I've watched, now there's a YouTube channel where you can watch each episode. You can watch like 10-minute like Speed House, where it's like, here's the problem. Here's them deliberating. Here's House's epiphany. Boom. They're done. The whole mean doctor thing is a bit of a cliche. Yeah, and I love Hugh Laurie, and I love the cast, and I think the acting's great, and I love the cases. It's really, really interesting. But I just feel like it fell to it was so predictable after a while. Not that you could necessarily predict what was wrong with the person, but you were like, okay, well, here House goes, you know. But you know what? They even poke fun at that, though, because I think there's a moment where Wilson is like, I've just given you your epiphany, haven't I? And House is like, and then Wilson says, and now you're going to get up and you're going to leave without a word. And that's exactly what House does. He stands up and he walks out, limps out, you know? So even they kind of make fun of it, but who is Jennifer Morrison? Is she the one who played the first female doctor under House, Cameron? Jennifer Morrison's dad was my music teacher in college, and he is such a dad. I think that's one of the best. Hey, it's Landers! Okay, Landers, I have to know, are you working when you tune into my streams this late? Or are you just like bebopping around your house at like 4 something in the morning? I'm genuinely curious. Oh, that actress. Okay. That's what I thought. I was like, there are two, because I know Olivia Wilde is one who comes later, and they call her 13. Is her name really 13 in the show? My dad did know a man whose name was 7. Anyway, but there's the lady who plays Cuddy, and then there's the girl that plays Cameron. So I was like, oh, could be either one. Landers is more Grey's Anatomy. You know what? I have never watched a Grey's Anatomy. Is it still going? I think it's still going. I've heard great things about Grey's Anatomy. Grey's Anatomy has a whole lot more romance. House has very little romance, at least from what I can tell. I think there are side stories, you know, some side stories. There has to be some kind of underlying plot. Every show has to have that. Like the X-Files had that, and, you know, all of these shows that have kind of like individual little episodes that don't really have anything to do with one another. There's usually some kind of underlying plot. Yes, working. I'm a night shift supervisor for a hotel company. Okay, because I was like, why the heck? I mean, I love you, Landers, and I'm happy you're here, but I was thinking to myself, so does Landers just have like insomnia and can't sleep? So he comes and hangs out with us? Because that makes me feel awesome. But I also am sad if you have insomnia, because I had insomnia for a while and it sucks really, really bad. Is the audio kind of out of sync? It could be. You mean like my microphone? I can tweak that, and then you guys can tell me if it's any different. Can I tweak that? Yes, I can. Where's my... Not for Boro? Michael, you're just the odd one out. You gotta do a reset. I have like a delay on my microphone because for a while my audio was out of sync. And as I've been kind of navigating through the Twitch world, periodically if I do get free time during the day, I will I'll go to Twitch and look up the family friendly tag and just kind of see who's streaming what. I found some super cool people that way. Not necessarily people that I tune into like all the time, but I like going through and seeing people's setups and what people have going on and, you know, see how they're interacting with their chat or whatever. And I've noticed a lot of people's audio sync is off. And it just takes, I mean, it's in milliseconds or yeah, milliseconds. It just takes a little bit of tweaking. But I had to put a delay on my microphone because I'd noticed it wasn't really matching up with my videos. Okay, well, here's what I'm going to do. We are almost at the end of my book. And I just want to thank you guys for allowing me to read it to you. And for those of you that have stuck with it from the beginning, props to you. You guys are awesome. I have all the chapters timestamped in my previous streams on my YouTube channel. Streaming is hard. Like, I know there's like the clap. I don't know. Everybody else says it's okay. Well, that's good. Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of videos of like, not jumping up in the middle. I don't blame you. Thank you, Boro, and thank you for jokes. If you do circle back, I'm looking for dad jokes while I'm playing Donkey Kong Country because Donkey Kong is like dad energy. Uncle energy? I don't know. He's not actually the dad to Diddy, is he? I think he's Diddy's uncle. I can't really remember. Anyway, so I'm going to run a super quick 60-second ad before I start reading. 10 out of 10 Thanos level. I've never actually seen any of the Marvel movies with Thanos? Oh, man. Yeah, I need to catch up on all the Marvel movies. They're all on Disney Plus. I have access to them. There's so many things I need to do. So I'm going to run a 60-second ad, and then we will read chapter 18. We have 18, 19, 20. We've got 3 chapters left. We're almost done. So like I said, I appreciate you guys letting me read my book. And you know what's funny? I have still found typos. Still found typos. What am I supposed to pronounce? Thanos. I knew it. I knew that's what you were going to say. I think it's just Thanos, right? Who is Thanos? No, don't answer that. I will watch these movies. Is Spider-Man part of the Marvel universe? Or is that DC? Who is DC Comics? Because they're like both. Have they all come together? I don't think Spider-Man is Marvel. Is it? Oh, man. Spider-Man is Marvel? Okay. Who am I thinking of that isn't? Spider-Man, Marvel. I don't know. Okay, let me run this 1-minute ad really quick for all of you guys who have to watch the ad. I'm sorry. I'm going to run this 1-minute ad. I will be back. And then, what the heck? Come on. Oh, there we go. And then we will read DC is Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. Okay. That makes sense. My brother went and saw the new Batman movie. I have not heard super great things about it. I've heard it's really dark and there's lots of action, but it kind of falls flat. Also, I have a really hard time with Robert Pattinson. He is not my favorite. Although I will not lie, I was kind of surprised with his performance in Tenet. I did not realize he was in Tenet, and I was kind of weirdly salty that I kind of enjoyed his, I don't know. There's something about him that rubs me the wrong way. I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe I have bad Harry Potter flashbacks to when he played Cedric, and I just didn't feel like he did a very good job. I don't feel like he was good for the role. I don't know. I'm just not on the Robert Pattinson bandwagon, but whatever. Everybody has their things. I have been spending all my free time playing Horizon Forbidden West, and let me just tell you guys, this, and I posted this on Discord too, but that is how sequels are done. It is absolutely brilliant. They took everything that worked from the first game and built on it and made it even better. The storyline is awesome. The new machines are incredible. Everything is amazing. And I have to say, I need to give a shout out to Kato, who's not here right now because it's probably like 1 a.m. his time. But I watched Kato stream Horizon Zero Dawn, like while, periodically while he was streaming it. And I learned a lot about combat from watching him, actually. I think I was too afraid to like get in the fray and like get in there and just try to fight not super close combat. I hate the fights when you're in an enclosed room and all you have is a bow and arrow. Those fights suck. But I learned a lot watching him. He was very fearless. He would just kind of go in there, even if there were like 4 machines around him, he would go in there and take all the machines out and all that stuff. And I've kind of tried to utilize that and bring that into my own gameplay. And it actually works better than I thought it was going to. Kato's in Australia. I think Kato is in the UK. I heard the new Batman was good. He's just a vampire that was killed by Voldemort's rat. Yeah, right. I know. Actually, Weasley's rat. Right? Voldemort's rat. I mean, he did kind of become Voldemort's rat, right? Kind of, technically, in a way. There are many questions about that plot hole, about how they never saw that name, like how they never mentioned that Ron was like sleeping in the same bed as a person named Peter Pettigrew. Yeah, I think Kato's in the UK, I'm pretty sure. Okay, let's read chapter 18, and then we will move on to some Donkey Kong Country action. I've been meaning to try and find the secret ending to... There's a shrine in every world, and I've been trying to find the one in this one, in like the one I'm currently on right now, and I cannot find it. There's like some special ending. Okay. And I have to completely recompile my whole novel because for some reason, I don't know what happened. I don't know if it was like an update or what. But there was something that happened with my editing software, and now all my page numbers are wrong. I don't understand what happened, but I have found a couple of typos that I need to fix because I might as well. But I'm super irritated about it because now I have to go through and change all the page numbers and everything, and I just don't have time to do that. Little Miss Baby Girl doesn't let me do anything when she's awake, crawling around. She's going to be a year on Tuesday. Totally blows my mind. Okay, chapter 18. We're almost at the end. Are you telling me you believe Soren Dumar knows what happened to Amelia Pritchett, Miss Dial? Does he know where she is? Liam felt Penny tremble beside him as the officer waited patiently for her answer. She swallowed, pulling her blanket tighter around her shoulders, then glanced over to where Soren lay on a stretcher. Liam followed her gaze, feeling her shudder. Soren was pale and bloodless, his features distorted under his oxygen mask. Not exactly, Penny said, her voice barely more than a whisper. He never actually said where she was, but he seemed to know something. Liam watched medics carry Soren from the house, feeling a mixture of pity and anger wash over him. His skin crawled at the thought of Soren putting his hands on Penny. Or Amelia, he thought furiously, his hands curling into fists. Part of him wished Penny hadn't saved Soren's life. I also think Lars Hansen knows something too, Penny said, taking Liam by surprise. Lars? He asked, frowning at her. What does Lars have to do with all this? I heard him arguing with Soren earlier today, Penny confessed. That's why I came here tonight. I thought I might be able to get Soren to talk to me, but... Her voice broke, and she shook her head. Penny, Liam said, I came here to find you because of Lars. He practically knocked our door down trying to get inside. He put his arm around her, giving her shoulders a squeeze. Don't you think if Lars knew something about Amelia, he'd tell someone? He asked. Amelia is the only friend he's got. Penny looked up at Liam with tears in her eyes. You're right, she whispered. Lars would do anything to help Amelia. Soren was drunk. He didn't know what he was talking about. The officer took his glasses off, then rubbed his stubbled jaw. Soren won't be in any condition to speak to anyone for a while, he said grimly. Miss Dial, I believe it can wait until morning, but I think you'd better come in and give us a statement about everything that happened tonight. And you, the officer said sharply, eyeing Liam, You take good care of her, you hear? She might have been in the wrong place at the wrong time, but that boy owes her his life. I knew that kid had something to do with Amelia's disappearance, Liam snarled once the officer finally left them alone. And if he uses shift, he knows something, Penny said gravely. I know he does. She looked down at her hands, her large black curls falling down her shoulders, and she sniffed. I never should have come here, she said, and Liam gave her a small smile. If you hadn't come here, Soren would have died, he reminded her. He paused, then added, I had no idea about your mom. I'm so sorry. Liam knew Penny's mother had been in and out of the hospital after the accident, but he'd never known she'd... I heard her first, Penny whispered, shuddering. I heard that gagging and ran into her room. She was in bed and she... Penny blinked tears away, shaking her head. I was afraid it would happen again, so I stole one of the medic's syringes. But my mom gave the pills up after that, and I never had to use it. They fell silent, watching the officers round up the last of the partygoers. The house was a disaster, with broken furniture, holes in its walls, and stains covering its carpets. The boy who'd thrown the party, Dominic, sat speaking to an officer across the room. He looked miserable. I want to go home, Penny said, pulling the blanket off and getting to her bare feet. Someone had stolen her shoes, but she didn't seem to mind. Yeah, come on, Liam said, and he put a protective arm around her shoulders once more. Let's get you out of here. I'll have to thank Lars next time I see him, Penny said, as Liam walked her to her front door, for telling you to come find me. You were harder to find than I thought, Liam said, eyeing the house's dark windows. I didn't recognize you at first. You look so... different. He'd been about to say beautiful, but stopped himself. I've never seen your hair like that, but I like it. Penny gave him a small smile and ran her fingers through the curls. I was trying to get noticed, she said, but I think I got more than I bargained for. She stopped at the door and pulled on it, then rummaged around in her bag for a key. Liam watched her, trying not to look at her bare legs. Got it, she smiled, holding up a small house key. Funny, my mom never locks the door. Liam followed Penny inside, blinking rapidly when she flicked on the light. A loud shriek made both of them jump, and Liam caught a glimpse of two people on the couch before someone said, Penny? Disheveled, sweaty, and clearly intoxicated, Penny's mother was pushing herself away from a young man who looked barely older than Liam. Penny? She asked again. I thought you went to a party. I did, Penny answered, wrinkling her nose. But I came home. Oh, well... Mrs. Dial stammered. She was clearly trying to make herself look more presentable, and Liam was thankful they'd arrived at the house before the couple could go too far with one another. You could have called me and told me why, Penny asked, cutting across her mother. She suddenly looked furious. You wouldn't have answered anyway. You never bring your boyfriends here. You stay out with them until the sun comes up. Mrs. Dayal looked shocked, whereas the man beside her looked pleasantly around the room as though he thoroughly enjoyed the conversation. He smiled drunkenly at Liam. Liam did not smile back. I don't like your tone, Mrs. Dial said, pointing at Penny. Penny snorted. I don't like your lifestyle. Excuse me? Mrs. Dial growled through gritted teeth, getting unsteadily to her feet and moving past Liam. The smell of cigarettes and alcohol emanating from her almost made him gag. I am your mother, so you should show me some respect. I have no respect for you, Penny cried shrilly, her hands clenched in fists at her sides. I'm so tired of all of this, of you acting like you're 16. It's none of your business what I do, began Mrs. Dial, but Penny let out an exasperated yell. It is my business when you bring men who are only a few years older than your own daughter to the place where I live and sleep. Most nights you come home too drunk to even take your shoes off and I have to help you. Don't you realize what you're doing to yourself? To me? Tears shone in Penny's eyes, but not one of them fell down her cheeks as she screamed, "You might as well have died with Dad and Harry!" Mrs. Dial mouthed wordlessly at Penny, her face twisting as she tried to come up with a retort. "Go!" she shouted, pointing toward the hallway. "Go to your room! So you can mess around with him?" Penny cried, pointing at the man who was half asleep on the couch. Mrs. Dial let out a scream of rage that made Liam cringe. "How dare you!" she shrieked, grabbing a small glass vase that sat on a nearby table. "How dare you talk to me like—" "Whoa!" Liam shouted, grabbing her arm as she threw the vase at Penny. It missed her by inches, shattering on the wall behind her. "Hey, that's enough!" Mrs. Dial struggled against his grip, snarling at him like a rabid dog. "Penny!" he barked, glaring at the woman before him. "We're leaving. Go and get your things." "Penny?" He turned, finding her staring at the shattered vase on the floor, and he suddenly remembered the broken plate in the kitchen garbage can. This had happened before. "Do you have any idea what your daughter did tonight?" Liam asked Mrs. Dial quietly after Penny disappeared down the hall. "She saved someone's life, just like she saved yours, though it looks like in your case, her efforts were in vain." Mrs. Dial blinked up at him, her expression suddenly softening. "Don't take her away from me," she whispered, her breath making Liam's eyes water. "It won't happen again. I swear." Penny reappeared with a small duffel bag on one shoulder, and she marched out the door without a backward glance at her mother. Liam let go of Mrs. Dial, wiping his hand on his jeans. "Like hell it won't," he growled, and he followed Penny out the door. "When did it start?" Liam asked quietly, his eyes on the road as he drummed his fingers on the steering wheel. "Have you told anyone?" Penny didn't answer. She only stared out the window as Liam pulled his car out of the parking lot of Morning Glory's Burger Bar. Two bags of food sat between them, but Penny had no appetite. "Does Amelia know?" Liam asked. "Have you ever called the AOS office?" "I don't want to talk about it," Penny said. She was already on the verge of tears, and if she said anything else, she'd lose control. She didn't want to think about what happened tonight, and she certainly didn't want to think about the fact that Liam finally knew her secret. "So, you can sleep in my room," Liam said, trying to fill the silence. "I'll just take the couch. To be honest, it's pretty comfortable. Saya's grandparents gave it to her, and everyone secretly loves to crash on it." "Saya?" Penny asked. She felt another swoop of anger at the name, remembering the conversation she'd heard between Robin and Eli. "My roommate's girlfriend," Liam replied. She didn't like me much when we first met, but we're all right now." Penny stared at him. Saya wasn't Liam's love interest after all, and she almost laughed aloud as a wave of relief washed over her. "Everyone is out," Liam said, pulling up to a small, darkened house. "Marcus is working, and Saya and Beck are visiting her parents for the weekend." He glanced nervously at Penny, then looked away. "Penny," he began. "If you need to—" "What I need," Penny interrupted, "is a shower, some food, and a good night's sleep." Liam smiled. "You got it," he said. "There are always fights at parties like that," said Liam, leaning back in a kitchen chair. "When you have that many kids and that much brew, things are bound to get out of hand." "I'm assuming you've been in these fights?" Penny asked, wiping her mouth on a napkin. She'd been surprisingly hungry after showering, and she was grateful Liam had insisted on getting her dinner. "Never," Liam said. "I was always the one who broke them up. Although, come to think of it..." He trailed away, looking pensive. "I was punched in the face one time, but that wasn't at a party." "Why would someone punch you in the face?" Penny asked. "What did you do? Steal their girlfriend?" She chuckled, but Liam didn't laugh. "Actually, it was after a Zero game," he explained. "The team captain and a few of his buddies jumped me outside the locker room because we won." He gazed at Penny, his expression serious. "I know what kind of guy you think I was, Penny," he said softly. "The kind of guy you think I still am. But you're wrong." Penny averted her eyes, feeling heat rise in her cheeks. "That's what I wanted to tell you when we were at your house the other night," Liam continued, fidgeting with his hands on the table. All those girls you saw me with in high school, I never messed around with any of them. I could have, but I never did. My friends gave me such a hard time about that, but I don't know. It just never... He paused, looking down at the table. It never felt right, I guess. Felt right? Penny asked. She was stunned. Have you ever even kissed a girl? Of course I have, Liam said, looking a little affronted. But only a few. But you acted like... Penny began. I heard rumors, Liam shrugged. I heard them too. I just never corrected them. Penny felt herself grin. She couldn't help it. After such a terrible night, it was wonderful to hear something uplifting. Listen, Liam said, if it's any consolation, I'm not proud of how I acted in high school. I was an idiot, especially with you. Penny smiled. Well, you made up for everything tonight, she said. Who knows what would have happened if you hadn't... She fell silent, shaking her head. Penny, Liam began, but she yawned loudly and got to her feet. I'm tired, she said. Well, we can talk about it tomorrow. Liam stared at her for what felt like a long time, and she nervously tucked a loose strand of wet hair behind her ear. What was she supposed to say? Thank you, she said finally, wrapping her arms around her waist, for coming to find me, for helping me. Liam gave her a small smile, then he waved a hand toward the hallway. You sleep as long as you like, okay? He said. Thanks, Penny said, stifling another yawn. Good night, Liam. Liam stood at the foot of an enormous staircase, an eerie silence filling his ears. Hello? He called, craning his neck to see further upstairs. Hello? Is anyone here? The house was gigantic, with vast vaulted ceilings and gleaming, sparkling floors. Hello? There was no reply. The house was completely silent, other than Liam's footfalls as he climbed the huge staircase. But he had the strangest feeling he wasn't alone. The silence was deafening. It pressed in on Liam from every side as he came to a hallway lined with doors, causing the hairs on the back of his neck to prickle until... Liam froze when he heard it. A faint, muffled crying came from behind one of the doors. He tried the handle, but it was locked. Hello? He called, again, pushing against the door. It's me, Liam! Open the door! The crying continued, and Liam shook the door handle. He was beginning to panic. He had to get inside that room. Hold on, he cried, throwing his weight against the door. Just hold on, I'm coming! I'm coming! Liam slammed against the door, hearing it splinter and crack when he suddenly jerked awake. It was just a dream, he thought, rubbing the back of his neck. It was slick with sweat. It was just... He sat up, listening hard. Soft cries came from somewhere close by, and he squinted in the darkness of the living room. Wrenching the blanket from him, Liam stumbled to his feet. He blearily made his way toward his bedroom, only to find the door open. The room was empty. Penny, he whispered, trying to keep his voice down. How long had Marcus been home? He could hardly remember. Penny, where are you? Hearing no reply, and doing his best not to wake his brother, Liam made his way toward the kitchen, listening hard for those cries. Penny sat on the back porch, her back to the house. Her hair cascaded in tangles and knots down her back, and her shoulders shook violently as she wept. Liam watched her for a moment before quietly sliding the door open. He felt the same way he had all those years ago when he'd found her in his kitchen. He wanted to say something. Do something. Penny continued to sob as Liam sat down beside her, her cries piercing him like daggers. Go ahead, she cried. Tell me I'm crazy for not telling anyone. I hate her so much, but I love her too. You're the only one who knows. I've never even told Amelia. Her entire body trembled in the crook of Liam's arm, and though he wanted desperately to comfort her, he had no idea what to say. How long had she been in physical danger from her mother? Mrs. Dial's vase missed her daughter by inches, but how often had she actually hit her mark? You're not crazy, he said softly. She's your mother. Of course you love her, but she's sick and she needs help. She's getting worse, Penny said, wiping her eyes. I can usually manage her, even when but sometimes when her drinking is really bad, she gets so angry and... Her voice trailed away and she shook her head. Sometimes I wish she'd died instead of my dad. She choked back a sob. Does that make me a bad person? How can I wish that of my own mother? Liam held Penny as she cried into his shoulder, stroking her hair gently. At that moment, he would have given anything in the world to take her pain away. I was supposed to go that night, Penny whispered, shuddering in the warm night air. I was supposed to go with them, but I wasn't feeling well, and she told me to stay home. Maybe if I'd been in the car, I would have... No, Penny, Liam said, cutting her off and staring down into her tear-stained face. No, you're here for a reason. And there are so many people here who care about you, who need you. You're the best thing that ever happened to my sister. You're the sister she never had. And she loved you. He broke off, hating himself for talking about Amelia in the past tense. Amelia loves you, he continued. She loves you so much. Penny began to cry again. She tried to wipe her tears away, but they fell too quickly, and Liam took her by her shoulders. You're such a good person, Penny, he said. Better than I ever was. And your mom, she can't... He swallowed. Amelia adores you, he repeated, his voice barely more than a whisper. He was shaking Penny, but he couldn't help himself. He needed her to understand. My whole family adores you, he said, and we need you here. You need to be in bed.
I know. I was just saying it was my sound.
Yes, I love you. Good night. I'm in the middle of reading.
How many toes does a fish have? How many wings on a cow? A wonder, yep, a wonder.
Good night.
And it's prime time.
It's prime time. Good night. It was a terrible moment for an interruption. This is so dramatic. And then that comes in. Oh my gosh. My whole family adores you, he said. And we need you here. Amelia needs you so badly right now. And He paused, thinking back to how terrified he'd been for her that night. When he'd found her, shaken but unharmed, his relief was overwhelming, and he realized just how deeply he cared for her. I need you, he said, lifting his hands to cup her face. I want you here. With me. Without another word, Liam tilted Penny's head upward and pressed his lips to hers, feeling her body melt into his arms. She inhaled softly, her cheeks wet against his own, and after a moment's hesitation, she reached up and wrapped her arms around his neck. Every other thought of Liam's was completely obliterated as he pulled Penny closer. He was kissing her, and that was all that mattered. Why had he waited so long to do this? If this is a dream, Penny said after finally pulling away, don't wake me. She gazed up at Liam, her face still shining with tears. Do you have any idea how long I've waited for you to do that? Too long, Liam admitted, grinning. He felt dizzy and deliciously lightheaded. Hey, Penny cried, jerking away from him when he pinched her thigh. What was that for? Liam smiled apologetically. I thought you should know you aren't dreaming, he said. Penny stared at him. Then her face split into a wide, dazzling smile. Liam took her in his arms once more, the urge to kiss her again completely overwhelming. She was exhilarating. She was intoxicating. And she was his. I hope that scratched all your itches for some romance. I had to throw that in there. Hold on, let me close my door. I tried to make it not as, tropey as I could, but I love Liam and Penny together. Ah, I love it. I love it so much. You gotta have just a little bit of romance in there. You all knew it was coming. Come on, admit it. I was wondering where the zombie voice came from. Oh, you mean Charlotte's? That child. She should have been in bed like 15 minutes ago, but whatever. This is what happens when you leave Papa to deal with things, because Papa just does things differently than I do. We have our ways, and, you know, I've got like my way of doing things, and Ander has his way of doing things, and Ander isn't around nearly as often, and so his schedule is just slightly different than mine. I have to say, his busy season is easier now that Charlotte's in school. Last year was really hard because she was just home with me all the time, but with her in school, it's been a lot better. Although, spring break is next week. I don't know what we're gonna do for spring break. I actually feel kind of guilty about spring break because I feel like we could have gone somewhere. We could have gone home to Utah to visit my dad and stepmom or something, but I didn't plan in time, so we're just kind of stuck here. We'll probably go down to Austin, maybe go to the Austin Aquarium, maybe go up to the Waco Zoo. I don't know, something like that, but I'm actually hoping to teach Charlotte how to ride a bike and teach her how to tie her shoes, because we're gonna have lots of free time. So I don't know, but Ander will be busy and he won't really be around. So yeah, I'm never sure what direction those little guys go. I can't ever remember. So I'm just kind of like, yeah, whichever way you go, man, do it. Whichever way. Okay, I gotta change my stream info real quick. So I actually gave my novel manuscript to a bunch of like teenage girls in my old church congregation, because ultimately it is a young adult novel, but I really tried to like make it so everybody would enjoy it, and they all really liked it. So I was like, okay, well, at least my like target audience really, really liked it. But, and I've talked to plenty of people that were, you know, they were older, and then they enjoyed it too. But I don't know. That's when my insomnia hit, was when I was getting ready to like, oh, I need to turn my music off in my headphones. YouTube be gone. But that's when my insomnia hit, when I was trying to edit and getting ready to publish, because I was like, everybody's going to hate this. There is no way everybody's absolutely going to hate this. Oh, see, I'm trying to find the secret in this. But I only had like a second to find it, because baby girl, when she sees me playing on a screen, period, whether it's the Switch or whether it's my computer or anything, she immediately wants it. I can't play Horizon Forbidden West while she's around either, because she will try to take my controller. Okay. Where there's supposed to be like a fake ending somewhere around here. Dang it. No, it's okay. We won't find the fake ending right now. We'll move on with levels we haven't seen yet. Can I just quit and like, yeah, okay. Oh. I'm gonna have to go back through and like redo my, is this where we were? Yes, with all the like animal puppets. That's right, animal puppets. And we got a tornado. Frantic fields? Well, that sounds fun. Okay. Yeah, we've got like dad vibes from Donkey Kong, right? Donkey Kong's like, he's a dad. Maybe he's just an uncle. Well, if he's an oh no, I was gonna say if he's an uncle, then he must have been a dad, but that is not how uncles work. I am smart. It's definitely not how uncles work. Oh, that's right. Okay. Puzzle pieces for the win. My brother's been playing Elden Ring. I don't know if any of you have been playing Elden Ring. Will that, like, launch me? Maybe? Ooh. Launches me, like, away. I will be honest. I don't have much of an interest in Elden Ring, and my brother said it probably wasn't really for me. I think it's too dark. Not been gaming much? I get that. Most of the time, the only time I really game is when I stream. Although with Horizon, that's not entirely true. But most of the time... Oh, wow, you are new. But most of the time, I don't really game much outside of streaming either. But with Horizon, I've just kind of forced it to happen because Horizon is fabulous. Oh. Get out of town. Thank you. Oh, we get the rhino here too? Oh, there he is. Look at that. He has a name. I can't remember his name. I wasn't gaming other than streaming for a really long time either. Can he run on spikes? Oh, he can. Oh, I forgot that. And actually, I've found that if I don't have another game that I'm streaming or that I'm playing other than the game I'm streaming, I find myself doing like super doom scrolling on social media a lot more often. I can play games for just a little bit while Auden is awake. If I can kind of sort of get her to be like busy doing something else, she'll kind of let me play games, but for the most part, Rambi? Alex, I think you're right. I think it's Rambi. I think you are right. Okay, note to self, Rambi can run on spikes. I think I discovered that last time, but I had forgotten. That is very helpful. But I doom scroll a lot more if I don't have a game going on. So, I guess that means games are good for me? I mean, we know that. Games are good. I like games. But they can become a problem, right? If you play them too often or if you become, like, super obsessive about them. You don't want to make your wife/girlfriend be a widow of Warcraft, do you? It happens. It happens. I have no interest in games like that. Or maybe I would, and maybe that's why I haven't ever tried them. Because I know I would probably... Come on. I know I would probably get into trouble. I'd probably play them too much. What is it that's, like, ruining kids' lives? That, like, they become absolutely addicted? Is it Fortnite? Is that what that is? Do any of you guys play Fortnite? I have never played Fortnite. I don't have any interest in playing Fortnite. It's just not my kind of game. Oh, man, what is happening? Wow, that is really stressful. Holy cow. Nanners! I don't play Fortnite or Warzone. I downloaded Warzone, but it just feels so meh. I have literally never even heard of Warzone. There's Fortnite, and then there's... What are the other ones? There's Fortnite, there's Valorant. I thought it was pronounced Valorant. I was wrong. There's Valorant, and then there's League of Legends, right? These are all, like, the super popular games everybody's streaming on Twitch, right? I just don't have any interest in those. But, like, kids these days want to become famous Fortnite players. And I just don't have any interest. But, are these baddies just literally getting lobbed? Oh, wow. Okay, they are. Wow. We are all having a hard time. Wow. It is windy up in here. I wish I was clever enough to come up with dad jokes on my own, but I am not. I get all my dad jokes from, like, Reddit or, like, the Instagram dad jokes page. The people who come up with those are so clever. Oh, come on. We can do better than this. Okay, so I'm not seeing a lot of ice. Like, this is tropical freeze. I thought everything was supposed to be icy. Not that I'm complaining. Let's be real. I don't. Oh, dang it! I thought there was a Apex Legends. Okay, that's another one. Alex is like, I've never played any. Probably never will. Yep, that's how I feel. I'm like, eh. I need. Shoot. I was gonna say I need Diddy, but I apparently not gonna get Diddy. Oh man, that was really close. I think I hear Charlotte out there. For the love. It is really hard trying to like stream and make sure Charlotte's in bed. Maybe I should push my stream later. But if I push my, oh crap. If I push my stream later, that's like, I already stream late as it is. But I realistically, I probably shouldn't even start my stream until she's like in bed. Because if I don't, then she's like bebopping around in her room. Child. Ah! Fabulous. We can do it. I feel like Samus running against all those currents in Metroid Dread. Oh, we do not have lots of baddies coming. What? It doesn't stop? Wow. I feel like... Oh. Oh. Jump on those guys with ram. Oh man, dang it. Oh. Woo! Wow, we have a lot going on. We are. What is over here? Oh, just a. Oh, yes! I feel like I need to just be done. Okay. Yep, I knew it. I knew it. You always check behind you in these games. Always, always, always. Oh, Minecraft? That's another one. I've never played Minecraft, but I know it is wildly popular. What is the point of Minecraft? I mean, I ask that in all seriousness. I don't know what the point of Minecraft is. Is it just like a free build game? Oh, that's a... Okay. Like, do you just build a bunch of stuff? Like, what is the point of it? Okay, come on. We can do this faster. Oh, crap. Oh, no! This is why I like playing as Diddy. He is so fast. In, like, the original or Super Nintendo versions, he's so fast. Donkey Kong is cumbersome. Oh my gosh, no, you can do it! Oh, man! Wow. Minecraft is like a massive sandbox game. Mining and crafting. Thanks, Alex. Think of yourself building and mining with a hint of survival. See, that is what I am not good at. I am not a master builder. Oh, snap. Now we're getting Dixie. Okay. I am not a master builder. Like, there was Chief Bogo from Zootopia coming through. Wow, that was intense. I can't just like build stuff. That would be so boring for people to like tune in for that. I would be so bad at that. I can't master build with Legos. Dang it. I can't build with Legos. I can't do anything like that. Minecraft building is dumbed down. It's way more creative. Yeah, see, Oh, we got all the puzzle pieces! What?
Spooky's lights fuse popped.
Well, you have your owl.
If the light isn't spooky, then it is pretty dangerous.
Okay.
Because it popped, and it reminds me of the story when I put the
Oh, in the outlet?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, if we just don't turn him on, there's no danger.
No, we took the light out because it was too dangerous to be in.
Yes. Well, if you need a light, you can either turn your closet light on and close your door.
I touched Spooky and the light went off, and then it flickered, and I told Papa that there was something wrong.
Well, I'm glad that he fixed it for you.
And I was like, I don't think that this is okay.
Yeah, you're probably right.
And also the light, because the heat pops. Because when the heat is popped, Papa tapped the light and it popped. It went
Yeah.
a really loud.
Ooh, danger. Okay, well, if you need a light, you can either plug your owl in. Yeah. Okay. Like I said, if you need a light, you can either use your owl or you can turn on your closet light and just close the door. Okay?
The owl is way too big to put inside.
We don't need to put it inside. I'm just saying if you want a light.
I think that was somewhere we have electric candles.
Sweetheart, for tonight, why don't you just turn on your closet light and close your door? You need to go to bed.
That we could put inside something.
You're ignoring me. Go to bed. Oh my gosh. She just like keeps talking like I'm not saying anything. I find it very interesting that different people have different skills in Minecraft. People play Minecraft much like how they are in real life. That makes sense. I mean, everybody's gonna have a different way, which I'm sure is part of the like the draw of it is nobody ever plays it the same way. Is there like a, oh snap, is there like a storyline to it? You said with a hint of survival. Are there like bad guys? I feel like somebody mentioned one time that there were bad guys or something. Oh, I can put these fires out, yeah? What? My aiming is terrible. Yes. Okay, there are gonna be things. Bad guys equal creepers. They come out at night. All right. That's what I thought. You can turn those off though, can't you? Like, because I know that some kids are like, I can't handle the baddies. That is really gonna... We're putting out fires all over the place. Monsters spawn epic red hot. Like the candy? Or do you have red hair? Are you a super hot person with red hair? Monsters spawn in dark places, but there really isn't any story. Huh. There's a difficulty option that makes monsters not appear. Okay, that's for like the youngins. Welcome. I'm happy you're here to teach me about Minecraft. I've literally never played it. I don't have any interest in it. It's just not my thing, but I am not good at games like that. I'm not good at I'm not a master builder. I'm just not. I need my instructions. Like in the Lego movie with Emmett where he's like, I need the instructions. That's me. I can't just think for myself. My brother is one of those people who could literally just look at a big batch of Legos and be like, I could make a pirate ship out of this. I am not one of those people. I wish I was, but I just don't think like that. I need instructions. If I have instructions, I can do amazing things, but I need instructions. Oh man, everything's on fire. Wow. There is a story. It's just very cryptic. The name came from the candy. Nice. I actually like Red Hots. I like cinnamon, so I like Red Hots. My husband doesn't love Red Hots. Oh man. And my daughter doesn't really love Red Hots either, but I like cinnamon candy. I think they're good. Oh man. We got burning. I remember those from the first game. They were definitely not on fire in the first game though. Can I walk on that? I feel like I don't want to. I can't. Oh, snap. Okay, I understand now. I understand. I'm playing Horizon Forbidden West right now, like off stream, and everybody calls Aloy red. So I was thinking maybe they have red hair. Maybe they are just a super beautiful person with red hair. Ugh! Epic, what is it? Epic Red Hot. Hey, it's 7! I love playing Minecraft with my youngest. That's actually really adorable. That's great. Anything you can find to do, like, with your kids, I think that's great. Charlotte and I play, you know, snipper clips together, Untitled Goose Game together, things like that. She does have Lego Worlds. And Lego Worlds, oh shoot, I'm gonna miss that coin. Lego Worlds has that, I think it does have a sandbox option. And she can come up with better things than me. I just am not. I just don't think that way. I wish I did, but I just don't. I need my instructions. Someone get me some glitter glue! I actually, one of the girls in my Sunday school class I taught earlier today, totally worth it. I said, what is something unique about you that not a lot of people know? And she said, I do not like the movie Elf. And I was like, really? Why not? Why don't you like Elf? And she said, I don't know, I just don't like Will Ferrell. And I was like, you know what? I can kind of get behind that. I don't like Will Ferrell's comedy. I really love his voice acting though. I was thinking of you guys the other day because we watched Megamind. We ordered pizza and watched Megamind on Friday night, and it is excellent. Such a great movie. But I don't love Will Ferrell's regular comedy. Like, I don't really care for his movies. Like, I can't even think of any. Didn't he do one with Kevin Hart? I'm not a spicy candy guy. I just used it for my username and never bothered making a new one. Hey, that's okay. That's a story. I haven't played Lego Worlds in ages. Isn't there just a sandbox mode? I think so. Part of the reason I stopped playing. Yeah, I think there's a sandbox mode. Oh, I should have gotten that. Oh, no. Oh, something is up. Oh, nope. Oh my gosh, everything is stressful. Everything's dying. Yes, that's what I was looking for. I think I even have Red Hots right now in my baking bin. Because I used to make these little Santa cookies out of Nutter Butters, and I always used Red Hots for the nose. So I think I have Red Hots just like sitting in my making bin. If Minecraft just had a free build creative mode. So Minecraft doesn't have just a sandbox mode. That's what you're saying? And Lego Worlds does? Get out of town. This level is insanity. I need some water berries. Blueberries? What are they? Okay. Okay. Woohoo! Minecraft has a sandbox mode and a survival mode. Okay, well, I know it's wildly popular, and I know people stream it a lot, and I know it's really popular with, like, the youngins, like the chitlins. Charlotte likes Lego Worlds, and I told Charlotte, so Charlotte is 7, and I told her that for every book for every book she read, like chapter book she read, I would get her a new game. Because you can usually find the Lego games on sale. And so that's how she got the Lego Jurassic World, I think she got. That's the one she chose. And, where's a thing? I need a thing. I need a thing. Not a turkey. Or a flying, what are you? Something. Chicken. I need something to hit that with. Oh. I see. That was really close. I almost missed it. Oh, and look, there's a thing right there, too. Nanners. 2 main modes. The survival mode where you have to go around and collect all your resources and you have to manage your health and hunger. And creative mode where you don't have to worry about health. You can fly around and you have an infinite amount of everything. Okay. Got it. I gotcha. Yeah, it's just never... What is Terraria? Terraria. What is that? Because that looks very similar to Minecraft to me. I could be wrong, but it also kind of reminds me a little bit of Stardew Valley. Like, I love Stardew Valley in, you know, building all your stuff and, like, using all your resources and stuff like that. Dixie, help me! Dang it! Can you go above 100 guys? I wonder. One of your nephews is mad about Minecraft? Why would they be mad about Minecraft? I'm all the way back here. Beans. Okay, Red Hot, then what is your favorite candy if you are not a spicy candy person? What is your favorite candy? Terraria is basically 2D Minecraft, but way more focused on combat and unique tools. I had no idea. I thought it was kind of similar to Stardew Valley. I was like, I see people like collecting things and like crafting things. I don't know. But when I go on Twitch and I kind of look up and I'm trying to kind of network and like look for people and find people I can support and all that stuff, I see the most of I go to the family-friendly tag because I've got like kiddos around and I can't watch anything that's going to be super foul language or anything like that. I see the most of Fortnite, Valorant, Apex Legends, and Animal Crossing, especially in the family-friendly tag, I think, just because most people are streaming like cozy stuff. I've never played Animal Crossing, but I do play Stardew Valley, and I love Stardew Valley, but I couldn't bring myself to spend $60 on Animal Crossing when I already had Stardew Valley, and they're so similar. I just couldn't do that. And even my sister, who is a huge Stardew Valley fan, was like, yeah, if you've already got, or I'm sorry, a huge Animal Crossing fan, she was like, yeah, if you've already got Stardew Valley, it's kind of not worth the $60 price tag. You might as well just play Stardew Valley. Not to mention, oh gosh, I made a mistake. Stress. Lots of stress. These levels. What? What is even happening? Oh, I did it! Yes! Woo! Mad as in they love it. Oh, okay. I got you. Mad as in they love it. Can't stop talking about it. Terraria also has a proper story. I love the way you talk. Mad, proper. You sound so much more educated than me. That's what you get. That's what I get. That is what I get. I thought you meant mad like angry. I was like, why would they be angry? That seems silly. Angry at Minecraft. Twilight Terror. I'm assuming that is going to be a silhouetted. A silhouetted level. Oh, no. Maybe? No. I will say one thing for eating spicy chips every time I died. I drank a lot of water. If I don't have that going on, I kind of forget about water. That made me drink a lot of water. Oh, surprise. We got bananas floating all over the place. This isn't a spoiler, because I'm pretty sure it shows this in the ad, but in Horizon Forbidden West, you can swim. That is very cool. Oh man, I hate this. Maybe it's not so bad. Maybe not so bad. Ooh! Stress levels rising. My pulse. Got it. Tangled up in cords. What's another one that I see people streaming all the time? Is Valorant a lot like... Oh, Genshin Impact. That's another one that I know literally zippity zap about. I don't know anything about Genshin. Am I pronouncing that correctly? I might even be pronouncing that correctly. And if I am, I apologize. I don't know anything about that either. I think that's anime though, isn't it? Oh my gosh. Oh, we have a sea monster. Oh man. Okay, all right. This is reminiscent. There's gonna be an ad in 4 minutes, and I'm sorry. It'll only be 60 seconds. Oh! What is even happening? Oh, it's a shark! It's not a sea monster. Aren't sharks kind of sea monsters? They're monsters. Oh, and they live in the sea. Dang it. Hey, it's Olaf! How are you, Olaf? One good thing about the bonus rooms being reused so much, it lets the player get better at them each time. Wait, do you mean in this game? Or do you mean in Minecraft or Terraria, the games that I have not played? You mean in this one? Because the bonus rooms, they stress me out a lot. But, do you know what is the most difficult? Oh, I didn't mean to do that. In this game, I agree. It hones your skills. Because I know I already got the puzzle piece, but I was really gonna try. Dang. I know next to nothing about Genshin, but from what I do know, I think it's like Breath of the Wild light with gacha mechanics. I don't understand what gacha mechanics are, but I think you're probably right. I know that's really popular too. Pokemon, I know Pokemon is popular. Oh, dang it, no! I didn't get my helper. Beans! Ain't that just the way? Dang it. Crap. Okay. We got a shark with spikes on its back. Megalodon. Whoops. Sorry, DK. My bad. My bad. But every once in a while, I'll find people streaming all sorts of things. I actually came across... Okay. Bah! Am I pronouncing that right? Gacha? Is basically gambling that pretends it isn't gambling. Like loot boxes and stuff. Okay. Alright. Yes. That makes sense. I actually tuned into a stream the other day by this really lovely guy who was playing Super Metroid. And for like, I had to sign off because I had to go pick Charlotte up from the bus stop or something. And I swear he was at the same place for almost a half hour. He had just he was learning how to do the wall jump, which to be fair, oh, dang it. What? Are you serious? Dang it. To be fair, is difficult. Like, it's a weird mechanic in Super Metroid. And he was stuck at that place for literally, like, 30 minutes. I felt so bad. He was like, I can't do this. I just cannot do this. And everybody was really supportive, but I just felt so bad because I thought, that's so stressful to be streaming a game. Whoops. To be streaming a game and have all these people tuned in and, like, hanging out with you, and you cannot get any farther. Like, you can't further yourself in the game. I don't think I've ever been... Oh, dang it. I don't think I've ever been stuck that hard in an area. I think I've definitely struggled, but I've never been to the point where like it literally took me like 30 minutes. I remember playing Metroid Dread when I streamed Metroid Dread. There were a couple fights that took me over and over and over again, and I got so angry. But I don't think I was ever stuck anywhere for 30 minutes, man. Whew. Now you know why I stay far away from Genshin. The Super Metroid wall jump is really finicky, and I felt so bad for him. Everybody was trying to give him pointers, and they were like, yeah, see, like, watch how the little creatures are doing it on the wall, and he just could not get it. And I eventually, you know, I had to go, but he never got it. And I was just like, man, you'll get it eventually, maybe. To be fair, he was not following the mechanics, like the little things on the wall. He had an easier time doing the right side than he did the left side. There is so much going on right now. Wow. Oh, there's this secret thing. I need that secret thing. That's a secret entrance exit. I think the pit that you learn the wall jump is optional at least, but you have to know where it is in advance to be able to avoid it. Yes, this was his first playthrough. Just one of the reasons I clicked. Because it's always nice to see somebody doing a first playthrough of a game you really, really love, right? Add soon. Oh, dang it. Sorry. I will be back in 60 seconds. The last time that happened to me was Final Fantasy 13. I was stuck on a boss and quit for like 3 months and then came back and destroyed it. I've been there too. Sometimes you do just have to put the controllers down and just be like, you know what? I'm out. I need to sleep on this. I'm having a really hard time. I feel like I came to that point in a couple fights in Death's Door. I was like, you know what? I hate this. I'm stopping. I can't do this. I'm too angry. I'm too worked up. I can't do this right now. I'm so annoyed. And it did help. It did help. If you just like put the controller away, sleep on it, it did help. But what? Can I go in here? Totally can. Oh, I was gonna say, is this the ending? Oh, you mean I can't get up there? Sweet mama jamma, I need Cranky. I'm definitely glad that Zero Mission on the Game Boy Advance made the wall jump timing more forgiving. It's been so long since I've played that, but I have played it. But yes, I just remember watching him struggle so hard, and I was just like, dude, I feel that. I totally feel that. And then the pressure with having viewers and stuff, I totally get it. Okay, apparently we're gonna have to come back with Cranky, so that's cool. Good to know. I feel like that's doable. I feel like I can do that. At least. Because the shrines in this game are brutal, but they're totally worth it. That is where the level design... Oh, there are multiples. That's where the level design really shines. Oh, there are lots of them. Oh, gosh! There are jumping ones. Gosh. Dude, I am an ape. Those things are gigantic. Oh. Oh. I don't know what I was just gonna say there. I have no idea. Cannot be held responsible for what I say under stress. As some of my clips show. Oh, that's the end. In an ad right now. Oh. So I can't hear you saying, but you need either Cranky or Dixie to actually reach the goal bar. Oh, yes, yes. Okay. Yes, I came to that and was like, wait, this makes no sense. Is this fish dead? Ho, ho, ho. Belly up. Oh, you're right. I need Dixie. Oh, crap. Ads done. Yes, I'm sorry about ads. I wish I didn't need ads, but ads help me stream, so they make it possible. You did tell me about Song of the Deep. I have it written down right here. Song of the Deep from Olaf. I have it written down, but I have not checked that out yet. Okay, we have to come back and do this level again because I want to get that secret ending. Okay, well, that's nice that it gives you 2 options to get the secret ending. That was very kind of Retro Studios. Thank y'all. But I have to keep my buddy through the whole level. Oh, man, that's rough. I don't know if I can do that. I just wanted to know if you at least Googled it. No, I haven't Googled it yet. I'm sorry. I will. I will circle it and underline it. Underline. When I come down from my high of streaming and while I'm looking for a thumbnail, I will Google it. You know, I was told by somebody... Okay, who do I want? I think I want... Oh, I think I want Cranky because that secret ending comes sooner, so I don't have to go quite as far. Like, I feel like I'm confident in this. I got the puzzle pieces that I can get. No, I didn't. There was one that I did not get. Did I get the K-O-N-G? I think I did. It's always so nice of them to give you an extra guy, so when you die over and over and over on this level, they're like, it's okay, don't worry about it. We're gonna give you an extra guy every time. No skin off your nose, it's fine. See, okay, this is the way to do it, because now I'm not stressed about getting all that stuff. So you just come later with Cranky, with your Gramps on your back. This wackadoo pogo stick. Oh, they give you 2 extra guys. That's kind of them. Okay, but you only have 2 hearts, so... Do you lose him if you get hit once? Or do you just... Oh. This is still stressful. Oh, man, what? Well, that was terrible. Oh. We're gonna do it! We're gonna make it. What? Why? Oh. At least the rocket barrel levels give you 2 health now instead of the 1-hit death in returns. Are you serious? I don't even remember that. Gee, dang it. Now I have to start the level over. Son of a biscuit. Took me ages to watch the show you recommended. Life is Life. Not gonna lie, I thought about that. It'd be like, what? How's Hot Ones, Olaf? Just kidding. We turned my fan on. I'm hot. Yeah, that was just mean. Like, what the heck, man? You shouldn't even be able to die right before that. That's just not fair. That is just rude. Honey, that is what I call rude. Oh, Andrew and I were on a huge Hot Ones kick for a long time. We watched a lot of Hot Ones. You know who does a really good job and doesn't seem to really react a whole lot is Elijah Wood. He actually does really, really well. Andrew has taken Elijah Wood out on his boat bass fishing before. His brother is one of Andrew's, like, regular clients. He lives in Austin. And Andrew is not a pop culture guy. Doesn't care about pop culture, doesn't care anything about it, doesn't know who people are, isn't on the up and up, has no idea what's going on in Hollywood, pop culture, nothing. He doesn't care, isn't interested, whatever. He's also not a Lord of the Rings fan, which is fine. It's wrong, but it's fine. And so one day I get this text message from Ander and he's like, is Elijah Wood a thing? And I was like, he's a person, and he just took the ring to Mount Doom in Mordor. No big deal. Yes, Elijah Wood is a thing. And he was like, okay. And then like 10 minutes later, I got a photo of Ander standing next to Elijah Wood on his bass boat with Elijah holding this giant bass. Oh man, now I'm really gonna die. And I had a fangirl moment because I love Lord of the Rings. And I was like, you're on a boat with Elijah Wood? What? And he just laughed. Yeah, so my husband, I did it! Well, I don't know. Anything could happen. We could combust right now. Who knows? Okay, how do you do this? Oh, okay. There are also the crash guards you can buy at the shop in both returns in this game that give you an extra health in the minecart rocket bar. Oh, really? I didn't know that. And Alton Brown. There are a bunch of... You know who actually really holds their own is Kristen Bell. Kristen Bell, like, isn't phased at all through any of it. She's just like, oh yeah, that's got some kick. Yeah, okay. But she's fine through like the whole thing. Is that not where we get the shrine? The crash guard is what looks like a metal shield. Where do you buy these things? Yeah, so I had a fangirl moment because I love Lord of the Rings and I have a lot of respect at Funky's place. Oh, yeah, okay. How much is a crash guard? Vehicle troubles? It's dangerous to go alone. Take one of these! Apparently you can't go above 99, guys. Good. So these are what coins are for. I was wondering what coins were for. I was like, I'm collecting all these coins and I don't even know why. So yeah, Ander didn't even recognize Elijah Wood. Frodo Baggins, don't worry about it. I gave him a really hard time about that. I was like, come on, man. Really? Oh. He just isn't... No, I don't want to skip levels. I want to do levels. Do I? Kristen Bell's episode. My wife insisted. She loves her. I love Kristen Bell too. She just seems like a very genuinely nice person. But yeah, those didn't really affect. I think Lord was the same way. Lord, I don't think was very affected either by the spiciness. Weird Al wasn't affected a lot either. I think there was one. It wasn't even Da Bomb though. It wasn't even Da Bomb. I think it was the one after Da Bomb where he was like, he was having a hard time. He was kind of struggling just a little bit. But Da Bomb wasn't bad at all. And you know, that's like, there are compilations on, Cranky, I love you, man, but I want Diddy. Sorry, your mechanics are weird. There are compilations of like, oh, but I need him for that! Baby? Yeah, from Frozen and The Good Place. Weird Al nibbled. I was so ashamed of my comedy idol. He did kind of nibble, didn't he? He was just kind of like... Yeah, Kristen Bell is from... Okay, who is this? Oozlinky? I love that name. I love everybody's name. Oh, I don't even get Cranky. Why did I... Oh, crap. Cranky is basically like playing NES DuckTales. Yeah, his mechanics are weird. Thank you for following my channel. Oozlinky. I feel like that should be a... That should be the name of... That's a name of like a weird... Like, not a weird. I'm sorry, not weird. That is the wrong word. Like a foreign food. Oozlinky. Have you tried Oozlinky? I don't know. That's just my lizard brain coming up with. Oh my gosh. Oh, so I've been listening to this podcast. Double O Slinky. Oh my gosh. I never would have gotten that in a million years, but I love it. Double O Slinky. I love that. I love that so much. That is fantastic. Is that bird sleeping back there in that hut? He totally is. He's sleeping on the job. I've been listening to this podcast Scorpio recommended called Halloween Unmasked, and it is about the making of the movie Halloween. And I just didn't realize that, like, fandoms, I mean, I guess fandoms are really intense. I guess I do know that. But apparently the people who live in the house that Laurie Strode, who I've never seen Halloween, but she, in the house she lived in, that she lived in the movie, like the main girl, there are people who live there, and they were like, we literally get fans that come to our house every single day. They want to like sit on the porch and like recreate the iconic scene of this, and they come, and we get Michael Myers people like hanging out on our front porch all the time. And I was like, that is so bizarre to me. I would like, I'm a huge fan of a lot of things, but I don't understand the like going to somebody's house, like going to the house of Halloween and just sitting on the porch and recreating like the pumpkin carving scene, or dressing up as Michael Myers and sitting on their porch. That is not how I roll. But Double O Slinky, yeah, it's a pretty fire name. I love it. I think that's great. Here I am over here. Ooh, Slinky. Ooh, Slinky. Oh my gosh. I don't know. That's just not the way I think. So, you know, I would never really go to somebody else's house, especially if like somebody else lived there. But they were like, oh yeah, we get people all the time that knock on the door and they want to take pictures with us. And I had no idea. I guess I just also didn't realize the Halloween fandom was that massive. I just did not realize it was that wildly popular. To be honest, I've always kind of thought Halloween looked a little strange, because I was like, okay, so what? Can Michael Myers just not die? Can you not stab him and he'll die like a human being? Like, is he the devil reincarnate? Incarnate? What is he? Like, who is he? Is he just a regular old guy? Because I don't understand. He never runs. He just walks. I've just never understood it. And I've never watched it because I'm a weenie and I don't watch scary games. So, or I don't watch scary movies. It was interesting though, because they said there's no blood, which kind of surprised me. I thought slasher film, I thought it would, people are weirdos. He's the boogeyman. He's gonna get you. Well, see, and that's what this podcast talks about. Ugh! It talks about the fact that before Halloween was released, oh my gosh, this is stressful. Gotta focus on what I'm saying. Oh my gosh, we're gonna die. Holy moly. Retro Studios, your level design is unbelievable. Okay. They said that, like, before Halloween was released, when people saw scary movies, it was like they were at a castle with, like, Dracula. Okay, you can avoid a castle. You can avoid Dracula. There is no, like... Oh, what? I don't know how I made that alive, but okay. But with Michael Myers, it was like, he was just your neighbor. He was just some random guy. Why does he kill? We don't know. We have no idea. And that freaked people out a lot. And I didn't know that. I had no idea. Every time I hear Michael Myers, I always think of Wayne's World. Yeah, so do I, actually. Up until I started listening to this podcast, Michael Myers. Yeah, so anyway, I didn't realize it changed the scary movie world forever. Like John Carpenter, I thought John Carpenter was famous for The Thing. I thought that was his first famous movie. I had no idea. Oh, is this a bonus level? Bramble Scramble? Oh, that sounds fantastic. I don't watch horror movies, but for some reason, anytime a villain isn't explicitly some sort of monster, she is always only as durable as they need to be in any given scene. In one scene, they're a normal human, and then the next made of some indestructible substance. I agree with that, actually. It's like, oh, he's just a regular guy. Just kidding, you stabbed him with a knitting needle in his neck or something, and I mean, I guess that maybe wouldn't kill you. I don't know. I just never quite understood it. I feel the same way about the Chucky movies. I'm like, okay, it's a killer doll. I don't understand why everybody's freaking out about this. Isn't he like 2 feet tall? I could be completely wrong. I probably am. But all I'm saying is, I just don't really get, I've never understood the Mike Myers thing, because I'm just like, he doesn't even run. Can't you just, why aren't people calling the police? Like, what is going on? I don't understand. So it never occurred to me that it would get that big of a fandom, but oh man, the fandom is real. There's like Comic-Cons people go to and everybody's dressed as Michael Myers, and it's wild. I just never realized, but I guess that's what a fandom is. You know, these super crazy, dedicated fans, right? I am not one. I don't watch scary movies either. I'm a weenie. I tried playing Little Nightmares. Okay, I say I tried. I actually beat Little Nightmares, and it was rough. It was really rough. I did not realize. Dang it, did I miss it? Dang. I was pretty scared. I played the first part alone, and then the second part I played with my brother here, and I will admit that actually made it a lot better. It was much more doable with my brother here, but when I played it by myself, I was so on edge. Oh my gosh. And that isn't even like the worst of horror games. No way. It was a Channel Point community challenge. I was like, I'll play a scary game. Yeah, no, that was a... I'm not going to say it was a mistake because I got some great footage out of it and I had some really great experiences and like, I can't deny it was entertaining, but I couldn't play the second one. I couldn't even finish the DLC. I was like, I can't do this. And maybe it was because it was against kids. I did not realize it was gonna be against kids, and that is my bad. I went in blind, and I just had no idea it was gonna be like creepy stuff happening to kids. Michael's like, I'm part of the Susie fandom. Oh man, you guys are all part of the Susie fandom, and I'm all part of y'all's fandom. Oh, that is a. I realize now that that is a bouncy thing. Got it. Cool. Huh. That was not so bad. I'm missing chat. Hold on. I gotta catch up with people. Hold on. Oh man, why is my chat not working? Okay. I'm a big fan of Friday the 13th, and I love it about Jason that he just over time becomes an unstoppable tank of a monster and not just some guy. So Olaf, do you like scary movies? And then when law enforcement do get involved in horror movies, they're always extremely incompetent to let the movie keep going. Yeah, or they all die. But I guess that falls in the same line of being incompetent. They make dumb decisions or whatever. Yeah, like I'm sitting here like, why did Laurie Strode not tell the police? Like she's just running. She's running through the streets going, help me. Oh, help me. It's just never made sense to me, but I guess it changed horror movies forever. It was the first ever like slasher film. And it was the first ever film where people were like, holy crap. This was before Ted Bundy. This was before all like Jeffrey Dahmer, all John Wayne Gacy, all these people, these regular guys that nobody knew were serial killers. Serial killer wasn't even a term when Halloween first came out. So it's hard for me now to be like, well, duh, like why didn't people know this? But it's because that wasn't even a thing back in 1978. And I guess that makes sense. So it totally freaked people out because they had literally never, ever stopped to think, holy crap, what if my neighbor just murdered me just because? And Michael doesn't really have any real, he doesn't really have any real motives. Like, why? Why does he kill people? He doesn't ever talk. And that opening scene, I will admit that opening scene is kind of creepy. Oh, that was a mistake. Wow, I don't know how I got through that. Wow, that was really stressful. Just kidding, I do know how I got through that. I am a master gamer. I'm not. I think I have demonstrated that I am not. Thanks, Michael. I can't fix my stroll. Okay. I'm a fan for sure, but I won't take pictures on your porch. I promise. I love scary movies and games. Oh, you are brave. My brother loves scary games and scary movies, actually. And he plays those scary games like alone, by himself, which is what alone means. With headphones on? No, there's no way. There is no way. I couldn't do it. Bad situation. Oh, that is also a bad situation. Yeah, no, I am not one for scary games. I'm too visual of a person. Indie Man! Indie Man. Do you have any dad jokes, Indie Man? We haven't even talked about dad jokes. We've been talking about scary movies, which oddly enough, I don't watch scary movies, but I love talking about scary movies. Like there are so many good scary movies coming out that I can't wait to Wikipedia. Cause that's how I experience my scary movies. Too big of a weenie to watch them. So I Wikipedia them and then I'm like, oh yeah, totally. I know what scene you're talking about. Haven't watched it, but I know what scene you're talking about. And I always send those ads to my brother because I'm like, here, found a movie you'll probably like. Oh no. Wow, that was really close. Oh no, I don't want. Dang it. And scary games. Oh, man. Oh, I missed a bunch. Most of my horror movie knowledge. Ugh, I'm going to die. Wow, that was really close. I've got to catch up with chat. Most of my horror movie knowledge is from reading plot synopses, but I think Michael was demon possessed or something. Well, I know that's how it kind of progressed. I think the original Halloween, listening to this podcast and going behind the scenes, John Carpenter was like, he was just a guy. He was just like, that was some of the fear. And that was why it was so scary, was because he didn't really seem to have a motive. It was just, it is what it is. He was just killing people for no good reason. Sometimes people just do terrible things. People are capable. I think we as human beings don't like thinking about the fact that we are capable of doing really awful things. And that's what freaked people out. You got to do it alone in the dark at night? Heck no. I played Silent Hill 2 by myself. I was really proud of myself, but I played it when everybody was home. I think I was like 15 years old. I played it when everybody was home. All the lights were on. I turned the sound all the way down and I played it on easy. Bishop says I'm a scary person too, so that's why I can't do scary games. Indy doesn't have a dad joke. That's okay. I mean, I do, but too soon. Well, that's okay. I have dad jokes as my stream title, but ultimately, I actually really love what we're talking about now, so it's all good. Cranky, I love you, man, but kind of not. So I have played Silent Hill 2. I did play Silent Hill 2. And I watched my brother play Silent Hill 3, maybe? Okay, wait. I watched him play parts of Silent Hill 3, which was terrible. I think I quit Silent Hill when I saw the ad for 4. Oh, you know what movie gave me absolute, or not movie, I'm sorry. What game totally messed me up was Parasite Eve. Holy moly. I could not handle Parasite Eve. No way. That was pure nightmare fuel. Couldn't handle it. Punch it. And on top of being creepy, it was just gross. Ugh. And that was one of the only game trailers that ever gave me nightmares. I was like, oh man, I couldn't even. Just with the trailer. I remember, I think we were at my dad's show. My brother and I were doing like stagehands for my dad's show, his play. And that's when my brother, on this crappy little computer with like dial-up internet or whatever, showed me the trailer for Parasite Eve, and I didn't sleep that night. I think it was around Christmas, because I'm almost positive I slept out near the Christmas tree, because it was like comforting, you know. Which is better, this or Donkey Kong Country Returns? That's a really great question. It's been a really long time since I've played Donkey Kong Country Returns. They're both very similar. I can't really pick a favorite or play or say which one is better, because it's almost like a continuation. They might as well kind of be the same game. It's like the same level design, all that stuff. It's fabulous, honestly. I really did love Donkey Kong Country Returns. Silent Hill The Room was my first Silent Hill game. I loved it, and it made me get the first 3. And Parasite Eve, OMG, I want that remade. No! Oh, it was so bad. So bad. Oh, that mouse. And all those people in the amphitheater. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. Ugh. Oh. Fun fact. I actually watched that scene with all the people in the amphitheater literally minutes before I left for my grandpa's funeral. So that was cool. I didn't sleep that night either. And I was in a hotel with a cousin of mine, and I was so scared, and my parents weren't there, and I was so scared. Is he a monkey? Yes. He looked like a... Oh, they all have different color things. Okay. They all have different colored armband things. Okay, I gotta... What is even going on? I don't even... Am I hitting? Oh, I am. Oh, am I fighting like a bunch of them? No. What are they, baboons? Rafikis? Oh! There's a power ball when you need one. Oh yeah, take that. Oh, rude. I will catch up with chat in just a second. Boss fights are like super stressful. Even in Donkey Kong Country. Yeah, this might as well just be the same game. Like, it's exactly the same. Maybe, I mean, you get different, like, buddies. Like, in Donkey Kong Country Returns, you only get Diddy. But in this, you get Dixie or Cranky, and all of them have, like, different... Oh, snap. All of them have different, Oh, am I supposed to use that? Oh, no, I'm not. Oh, I'm supposed to use that. Oh, what? Donkey Kong, why do you have to aim up? Bye, Dixie. Sorry. I totally know what I'm doing. But here's the funny thing. Like I said, I love talking about scary stuff. I love people telling me, like, scary stories about, like, weird experiences they've had. I really love, like, ghost stories. I really love listening to scary books. I really love stuff like that, but I can't watch it. I cannot watch it because I'm too visual and my brain won't let it go. And all night long, those, you know, my husband's always like, well, it's not real. I'm like, well, of course it's not real. I know that. But that still doesn't mean it's not disturbing. It looks terrible. No way. Like, I could never watch, like, any of these new, like, I remember when, what was it? Alien Resurrection? Not Alien Resurrection, I'm sorry. Alien Covenant was released. That was the most recent one, right? Alien Covenant. And all my clients at the time when I was working, they were like, oh, yeah, we went to go see Alien Covenant. And I was like, oh, heck no. That just sounds, no, that sounds disgusting. Lots and lots of skin bursting open and... No, I can't. I can't even. Oh, you can play as Funky Kong. That's right. The monkeys make me mad. I don't blame you. They were kind of making me mad too. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna get Diddy because... Why not? You preferred Donkey Kong Country Returns. It also gave me art inspiration. You're an artist. That's fantastic. I am not. I suck at drawing, painting, whatever. I can make things. I'm a crafter and I'm creative, but I cannot draw. Nope. Okay, PT is one of the few games I can't even watch gameplay of. It's absolutely terrifying. What's PT? Parasite? No. PT? I have heard, my brother really loves to play Dead Space, and he showed me the very beginning of Dead Space one time. He was like, I want to show you the beginning, Suze, you have to watch this, And I was like, really? No, I don't want to watch it. And sure enough, he sat me down and showed me the beginning, and I walked out halfway through just that beginning montage, or like the beginning scene, and I was just like, dude, this is not my thing. I don't like games like this. They make me nervous, and they mess me up, and they give me nightmares, and I like sleeping. And, like, if I watch a scary movie, like, everybody suffers because I don't sleep. And so then I'm just really mad. And then, like, I don't sleep. And so I don't let my husband sleep. And I got to be up with kids in the morning. Like, no, it is not smart for me to watch a scary movie. Not smart at all. Or play scary games. Like, after playing Little Nightmares, I had a hard time sleeping. Am I not supposed to... Oh, when they're swinging their hammers around. Okay. Yeah, this fight is kind of obnoxious. I don't like you guys. We're not friends. Yeah, I love, like, talking about scary stuff, but I do not love... Oh, come on, grab a bomb. You've got to be kidding. Thank you. And I had clients that told me, like, straight up story, like, really level-headed clients that were like, oh yeah, I had this experience where I saw an apparition or whatever. I think that's fascinating. That is so fascinating. Would I ever want it to happen to me? Heck no. But it's fun to hear other people talk about it. I'm like, wow, that must have been really scary. Glad I didn't experience it. Ugh. Like, I don't understand. Like, why are ghosts like a thing? Like, why does that happen? That is so wild to me. It's totally crazy. Oh, yeah, take that. Oh. Who's watching us? Penguins? Okay. No other monkeys. Yeah, no, Parasite Eve, I couldn't do it. I actually tried Parasite Eve years after I first watched it. I played it for 6 straight hours because that was when we first moved to Austin, Texas, and we didn't have any kids, and I only worked like half a day on Sunday or Saturdays, and so I had like all day to just kind of I had like all day after I got off work at like 4, and my husband was working at a restaurant, so he wouldn't be home until much later. I played 6 straight hours of Parasite Eve and tried really hard to like it, and I just didn't. And finally, when I reached that fight with the centipede creature that was so stupid hard just because the mechanics were dumb, and she walked so slow, and I was so irritated, I was just like, you know what? I'm done. This is gross. I don't like it. It's making me feel weird, and I'm out. I'm done. And I quit, and I've never looked back. Dang it. Beans. Oh, there is so much going on. Please bless. What? No? Dang it. I need a heart. I will catch up with chat, I promise. Dang it. Darn it, darn. Now we've got hammers. What is even happening? Oh, I need that. No! Dang it. You can only play Funky on easy mode? Oh, okay. Funk is not just a smell. It is a way of life. I want to draw a creature made of fossils and tar inspired world that inspired World 6. I loved that world. I thought that was some of the best level design I've ever come across in a platforming game. PT presented itself as a standalone free game on the PlayStation digital storefront, but at the end it was revealed itself as a teaser for the new Silent Hill. I've never even heard of it. Is the name Tarisar racist? If is so, how? Tarisar? I don't think so. From what I remember watching a playthrough, Little Nightmares 2 doesn't have nearly as much violence specifically against children. Well, I did eventually watch a supercut of all the bosses of Little Nightmares 2, and I think you're probably right, but it's worse somehow in a way. Like, the bosses are so much worse. Like, the teacher, there's no way. I probably would have quit. It's a good thing I did not actually pay money for that game to stream it, because holy cow, I probably would have quit halfway through and just been like, I can't do this. The teacher and the no. But I think you're right. I don't think there is quite as much violence like against kids, but I feel like such an idiot because I should have known, because 6 is a child, but I just didn't think about it. But there were so many insinuated, like, you never actually see it, but there were so many insinuated moments where I was just like, oh, this is awful. Ugh. It was not, I mean, it was okay. And like I said, when my brother came along, it was more fun to play because my brother kept coming up with these hilarious little anecdotes, and I've got a cut of all the, like, I tried to trim down all the funny things he said. I put it on my YouTube channel, but we had a really good time. But ultimately, I was like, there's no way I could have, wow, I am doing terribly. Oh, what? No, I did not see you over there. I need that. But ultimately, I just shouldn't have played it. Oh, wear a mustache. I can wear a mustache. I don't remember there being any at all, aside from against the main characters, but I could easily be forgetting. I think, you know what did it? It was the DLC in Little Nightmares. Because Little Nightmares 1 was creepy enough, but the DLC had a moment, and I don't want to say it because I don't want to spoil it for anybody that maybe potentially could be playing it, but it had a moment that I was like, I can't play this anymore. I am done. I can't play this anymore. And I finished out the first part of the DLC, but after that, I like signed off on my stream, and I was like, okay, you know, see you guys later. I'll see you next time. And when I went to bed that night, I was like, I can't play that anymore. It was too, and maybe it's because I'm a parent, so it hits differently. I don't know, but I should have actually like looked up what the game was about, but I never did. This is a busy fight. Silent Hills got canceled. Indie Man likes Little Nightmares too. Okay, so I did see the plot twist at the end. I did see that because they did the supercut of all the bosses and everything. So there's really no point in me even playing the game at this point because, I mean, there would be other things that would probably surprise me, but I've seen all the bosses and I've seen all like the surprises, right? And then I saw the end. But man, there's no way. I really loved the game Limbo. Limbo was great because it had this overall really unsettling feeling that was creepy, but it wasn't like give you nightmares, keep you up all night creepy. And I appreciated that. And if I could, oh, I thought I rolled. And if I could find another game like that, I would be extremely grateful, but I can't. I haven't been able to find one. Except Inside, which was made by the same people, which I hear has a little more body horror than Limbo had. My sister keeps recommending that one to me. She's like, if you want to play another creepy game, but not something that's too, like, super nasty, then you should play Inside. But I've just kind of had to accept that I'm just not one for scary games. It just is what it is. There's nothing I can really do about it. I just don't like being scared. This is a super busy fight. You have to keep your eye on so many things. And it's long. You got bombs and ropes and hammers. All sorts of crazy business. Landers is like, I don't know what games you guys are talking about, but they sure sound scary. Oh, crap. Woo, that was close. I need to be patient. That's what I need to do. I'm trying to do too many things too fast, and I need to be patient. I will get him. That's my problem. I try to win boss fights. I go too fast, and then I end up hurting myself like I just did. Well, Landers, if you like scary games, there's a whole list of them here. We've got all sorts of recommendations. I do not. You know what I also really loved? I really loved Deep Nest in Hollow Knight. Deep Nest gave me... Oh, that was great. I was just not paying attention. Deep Nest gave me really super creepy vibes, but I knew there was never going to be anything to give me nightmares. But it had me on edge the whole time I was there. And I really liked that because it was really unsettling, but I knew I was totally safe and I wasn't going to see anything that was going to completely wreck my night. I really loved Deep Nest, actually. Like, I hated being there. Like, at the beginning. Like, the whole time, I was like, I hate this so much. And then after I finally finished it, I was like, okay. Like, that was nuts. And that was crazy. And that was so creepy. But it wasn't, like, I don't know. Like, I was okay with it. Because it was kind of, like, unsettling and creepy. But it wasn't terrifying. So if I could find a game that had that vibes, I would totally play it, but they're hard to come by. They're hard to find. I feel like my mustache is falling off. Focusing on the mustache. Can I duck? No, I cannot. Dang it. This is insanity. Hallelujah. Wow. Can you say the twist in Little Nightmares 2? No, I don't want to spoil it for anybody. I try not to spoil things for people. Trust me, I thought about it, and then I was like, no, because there might be people who still want to play it, and I don't want to ruin the twist for anybody else. Not really a huge fan of this fight, to be honest. You have to finish Hollow Knight? Oh, I love Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight's map is quite large. Seven is playing Hollow Knight right now. I hope he's still enjoying it. Because I sure gushed about it. I was like, you're gonna love it! And watch, now he's like, okay, Susie's crazy. It's seriously in my top 5 games of all time. I love Hollow Knight. I have played Luigi's Mansion 3. I've played maybe 2 hours of it. We borrowed it from a friend of mine. And I played it with my daughter, but I wasn't really into it enough to play it by myself, and I haven't picked it up in a while. Oh, we're back to the beach. Aren't we at the beach? Oh, man. But Luigi's Mansion, you know, like Charlotte got a little freaked out from Luigi's Mansion. She didn't want to do things by herself. She would be like, I don't like that ghost or whatever. And I, you know, I don't blame her. So we could do it together. But, yeah, if I could find something like Deep Nest or like Limbo. I really liked those games. I actually just downloaded a game that was on sale. It was like 80% off or something. It's called Hello Neighbor. And it says it's a horror game. And I guess you're supposed to be spying on your neighbor and figuring out what sinister things your neighbor's up to. So I've heard great things about it, and it was on sale, like I said, for like 85% off or something crazy. And my sister was like, holy crap, that's a steal. You should get it. So I did. But I don't know much else about it. My problem is I really like going into things blind, but I really should have... I should have read more about Little Nightmares than I did. I just didn't think about the fact that you're this small child. I don't know. Like I said, but maybe that's also just because I'm more sensitive. I don't know. Because my brother was like, oh, Little Nightmares is great. I loved Little Nightmares. Super great game. He loved Little Nightmares 1 and Little Nightmares 2. He did not do the DLC though. And so when I quit, and my community was so great. You guys were so great because you were guys, I was just like, look, if I reach a point where I am just not down and I do not like this game anymore, then what is the point of streaming a game if you're not having fun? So I was like, if you guys could just, you know, respect if I decide to pull out. And I did. I finished the actual game. And then I did the first part of the DLC and I came back and was like, I'm out. I'm sorry, I can't. And everybody was really cool about it. I appreciated that. Nobody gave me a hard time. Oh, I could have used Dixie. Dang it. But you get a puzzle piece for that. But the DLC was... It was creepy. It was just bad. That poor little kid. I need air. Like, stat. How do you get air? I'm gonna die. Oh. Whoo, that was really close. And now magically I have more air? Yes. Oh no! Oh, this is bad situation. Cool, cool. Great, great, great. The release version of Hello Neighbor is really not good. If you want to play it, download the first alpha. The further into development it got, the worse the game became. Oh no, that sucks. Well, at least I only spent, what, like $10 on it or something like that. So if it really does end up sucking, I don't remember which one it was. I don't remember. Oh, I knew that. I know there's like a multiplayer version, I think. Secret Neighbor or something like that. I'm not really sure. Anyway, if you guys ever do have somebody can shout the Discord, because if you have like creepy game recommendations but not terrifying game recommendations. And honestly, I'm fine with watching movies that are intense and creepy, but I can't do like the blood and the guts and the gore and the slasher cut people open, boil people alive. I can't do that. That's not for me. I don't like it one bit. I say boil people alive because I feel like that was in one of the Halloween sequels. They were talking about it and I was like, what? The first Halloween movie didn't even have any blood in it, and you're telling me they boil somebody alive in the second one? That just seems crazy. But I think there was a lot of pressure because Halloween created a lot of copycats, and so people were getting more and more, like, you know, they were getting more and more blood and guts, because I think Friday the 13th came out, and it was filled with lots and lots of blood and stuff, and people were like, whoa, this is great, we love this, and Halloween 2 just kind of didn't have much of a choice. They felt like they had to add that stuff or else, you know. But John Carpenter and Jamie Lee Curtis both did not want to do it. They did not want to do that sequel. But I've never seen any of them. Oh, beans. Does this give me air? I think that does give me air. Okay. That is good. think the scariest movie I've ever seen is The Ring. Oh, that messed me up for like a full entire week afterward. I couldn't handle it. It scared me so badly. My brother even called me right after I watched the movie and said, 7 days. Ugh. And I think the goriest movie I've ever seen was Alien Resurrection. And I remember Ander walking in while I was watching it because it was on like an HBO channel we just happened to have at our apartment at the time. And he was like, why are you watching this? This is disgusting. And I was like, oh, it's fine. It's not real. I couldn't sleep that night. I did not buy Mario. I have not bought Rabbids. It's on sale for $10 in the eShop right now. But I didn't know anything about it. So I was like, on the Discord, I was like, has anybody played this game? I watched the trailer for it and I was like, I don't know. I don't know how this feels. I don't know, or I don't know how this is supposed to... I honestly don't know. But all the comments on the game trailer were like, this is seriously one of the greatest games. It is so underrated. So maybe I will. It's 85% off. Seriously, it's $10 as opposed to what, 60? Or something insane? I don't think I've ever seen a sale that intense. Oh. Dang it. Bubbles, bubbles, bubbles. Oh, there's my halfway pig. Sweet. Or my save your butt pig. Okay, wait. I feel like I've missed things, but maybe I haven't. As long as you have less than 2 hours in the game, you can refund it. No, I bought it on the Switch eShop. I actually don't play PC. I play console. I have a TV set up. Because I have a streaming laptop that literally I just use for streaming. I do not game. Have I seen Monster House? I have not seen Monster House. But I heard that it is actually really creepy. Like, surprisingly creepy. I think my daughter once watched it at my mother-in-law's house, and she couldn't make it through it. She was scared. I recommend watching a Let's Play of at least a few missions to tell if you'd like the gameplay. Oh, like, of Rabbids? It's basically XCOM. Dude, I have plans for my stream games. I think my next stream game will be Mega Man 2, because I have never played a Mega Man. Ever in my life. And I'm kicking myself because the whole Mega Man Legacy collection was on sale for like $10 a while back, and I did not get it. Which is stupid because I knew I was going to be streaming Mega Man at some point. I knew it. And I was like, it'll be on sale again sometime later. Kicking myself. I mean, I'll get it regardless, but I think actually the Mega Man 2 is only $14.99, or the Mega Man Legacy Collection is $14.99. I think the Mega Man X Legacy Collection, yes, is like $20. Anyway, I mean, it's not much because you're getting all those games, but I'm still kicking myself because I could have taken advantage of the sale. Yeah, I don't play games on PC because I never grew up with a PC. I grew up with Apples because my dad... Oh my gosh, what? How am I supposed to do that? Does Diddy have the ability to swim through that, or only Dixie? Oh. Oh, that's a treasure chest for myself. Monster House is really creepy. Yeah, I heard that it was like surprisingly creepy. But listen, I also have, okay, so my mom is always had this weird affinity for like really weird animated films and cartoons from like other countries. So I have seen some weird stuff that I never should have seen. And what's interesting is I actually was afraid a lot. Oh, sent spoilers thing in a whispers to avoid spoiling anything else. Got it. You should join our Discord. We talk about stuff like this all the time. Only Dixie can swim against currents? Okay. Good to know. yeah, I've seen some things. And as a kid, I was scared a lot, like a lot. I had bad dreams all the time. I was always getting in bed with my parents. I was always going to my mom in the middle of the night and being scared. And I remember as a kid thinking, well, all little kids get scared like this. This is just part of being a little kid. Like, little kids just get scared. No, it just turns out I was watching things I shouldn't have been watching because my mom was not paying attention to what she was like showing us. She just saw it was animated and she was like, cool, okay, my kids will love this. So I was legitimately seeing things I should not have seen. I've seen some weird stuff. I think I've posted them on the Discord if I could find them on YouTube. One of them was the Sandman. It was clay animation, and the Sandman comes into this little boy's room and he steals his eyes. Oh man. I didn't sleep for a week after that. It was absolutely terrifying. There's the Sandman, and then there was something called like the Ragman, who, this was in another thing. He like found kids up past their bedtime and changed them into rats, and they had to go live in the sewer. I remember that freaking me out as well. Not as much as the Sandman did. Oh, the Sandman scared me so badly. But yeah, I saw things that I really shouldn't have seen. And I remember seeing some sort of short animation about a guy that stopped by a truck stop. Okay, this is in fragments, and I don't really remember most of it. But it was like a guy who stops by a truck stop, and then he goes inside, and there are all these sketchy people inside, and then he hears, hey, you need to get out of here, or something like that. And what do I do in this room? It has something to do with those lights. Oh, okay. And he looks over and there's a blender and there are eyes and a mouth in the blender, and it basically tells him to get out, and he has to get out. And then I just remember there was a chef who... Oh no, did I go offline? I see what that means. Yeah, there's some guy with a mustache. He must have gone offline. Oh my gosh. For a second I thought, oh my gosh, did my stream stop? That's happened before. My stream has struggled with internet before. For a second I was super confused. It's just me. I was a wuss as a kid. But the worst I remember seeing was playthroughs of what is that, Five Nights at Freddy's? I've also never played that either, because that or Poppy Playtime. I don't think I could ever do Poppy Playtime either. Holy cow. We had a bad experience with Poppy Playtime. I felt so bad. My daughter, she saw the ad. No, she saw like pieces of the ad. Dang it. And she became really obsessed with Huggy Wuggy, I guess, whatever his name is. Yeah, Huggy Wuggy. And so for Christmas, she wanted a stuffed Huggy Wuggy. And I was like, okay, I'm not gonna, like, sure, why not? And I drink your milkshake. Yeah, whatever, man. Like, eyes in a mouth in the blender. And there was a chef that comes after you. No, he's like the cook, and he comes after you, and he sticks his hand in the meat grinder. Or not the meat grinder, I'm sorry. It was like the sausage maker. And I just remember seeing these little... Oh, my channel's family friendly. I shouldn't even say it. It was awful. It was horrifying. It was all animated, but let's just say he stuck his hand in like a sausage maker. And I remember my parents were clueless. They had no idea. They were just kind of like, oh yeah, the kids are in there watching cartoons. So yeah, I was scared a lot as a kid, and I just never... How did that happen? Oh, I wasn't paying attention to these things. I was scared a lot as a kid, and Charlotte is rarely ever scared. And for a long time I was like, man, she just doesn't get scared of things. And I realize now it's because I am very careful about what she watches, and I'm really careful about what she sees and what she hears. Because guess who she's gonna come get in bed with? Me. So everybody suffers if she watches scary things, because I don't sleep, she doesn't sleep, and then I'm cranky. And then my husband's like, why are you cranky? I'm like, cause Charlotte came and got in bed with me last night. A man in a mustache. This level is really pretty, but it is wholly intense. Wow, wow, Wow. Doing this in water is really stressful. Oh, hallelujah. Nanners? Nope. Nanners? No. That's weird. Why would that be there? Nanners? A random YouTube video I saw when I was really young called The Mysterious Lightsaber Gift that really messed you up. The Mysterious Lightsaber Gift? That is really weird. I don't... Okay. That's a quote from There Will Be Blood. In the movie, the main character has a mustache, and he says the milkshake line. Ah, yes, you can thank Landers for that. I played the demo for My Happy Neighborhood today. It wasn't too scary. It was like a creepy Sesame Street with puzzles. That kind of sounds like my kind of deal. Like I said, I don't know. I have got to be careful, but honestly, scary games just really aren't my thing. I prefer games that I really enjoy playing. I don't like feeling scared, and I don't like being in my house and feeling scared and being like laying in bed and feeling scared, you know? I don't really like that. So that's why I don't watch scary movies. But weirdly enough, if I listen to scary books or... Wait a minute. The entire backstory of Five Nights at Freddy's is is a child murder, but it's all off screen or in really obtuse Atari style minigames. Yeah, no. That sounds a lot like Little Nightmares, where I was like, wow, there sure is a whole lot insinuated here about cruelty to children, and I am not here for it. No way. It was bad. I didn't know that's what Five Nights at Freddy's was about. Wow, that's terrifying. And that actually worries me because my brother's son is really into Five Nights at Freddy's, and he's young. It makes me nervous. This also makes me nervous because Donkey Kong has really bad... He, like, jumps... Okay, I can do this. So far, better. If that made any sense. Oh, no! Oh, this is what I struggled with last time! But weirdly enough, if I listen to books, I don't get scared. And even if it's a book, like, I quit listening to a book because it was too gory. But it wasn't that it gave me nightmares or anything. I was just like, oh, this is so gross. And it was just so over the top. I was just like, okay, I get it. Do we really have to go into that much detail? It also had cruelty to animals. And it had cruelty to a dog. Pretty intense cruelty to a dog. And I was just like, no, I can't do this. No way, man. Yes, Momo's brother. I mean, well, whoa. Okay, fun fact, I also can't do roller coasters. I do not like the feeling of my heart being literally in my throat. It's not fun for me. Oh, man. This is insane. Holy cow. Wow. 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 This is nuts. What? Dang it. My Happy Neighborhood. Okay. I have never heard of My Happy Neighborhood. It doesn't sound like it's a very happy neighborhood. Maybe it needs a Karen. Not in our neighborhood. I am being attacked. I am being attacked. I need you to send somebody down here because I am being attacked. Karens. Okay, we can do this. We can do this. What? I pushed the left joystick. Ah! This is my second favorite minecart level in the game, behind Sawmill Thrill back in World 2. Sawmill Thrill was intense, man. This is also very intense, but it is super fun. NIMBY Karens. Wasp moms. I've watched a lot of those. That girl on YouTube, she does all those impressions. Caitlin Riley. They keep popping up in my YouTube feed, and she does such a great job. Hi. Yeah, so my husband is a dentist. She nails it. Absolutely nails it. Wasp mom sits in on her Zoom class. Her son Zoom class. Wasp mom. Dang it! I'm pushing left, right? Yes. Wasp mom's daughter goes to Euphoria High. Wasp mom goes to the nail salon. She nails it every single time. Wasp Mom at the Olive Garden. That big fake smile. The talking really loud. The talking about her husband that's a dentist. Yeah, she nails it all. All of it. She also does an LA mom. That's also great. She's very good at what she does. Whoa! That was brutal. This is bonkers. What is even happening? My joystick is not working. She nails the nail salon. She really does. Almond shape. The nut. Like the nut. The nut. I dealt with people like that at the lash salon. Although I guess maybe not quite to that extent because we were speaking the same language, so they didn't feel the need to be that patronizing. But I definitely had people. Yeah, last time I was here, I definitely did not get what I asked for. So if you could do that, that would be great. Okay, Karen. I was lucky. I didn't have a lot of Karens. I had a few, but I really didn't have very many. Most of my clients really liked me and we got along really well. And then I had those clients who I wasn't really close to, but they considered themselves to be like my best friend, apparently. So, okay. And that's fine. They tipped me well. But we just, like, I didn't consider myself friends of theirs, but they thought we were besties. And I was like, oh, well, okay. Yeah, she does a really good job with her Karen impressions. Okay, okay. Oh, this is bananas. B-A-N-A-N-A-S. Whoa. This level design is fabulous. Holy. Oh, got a duck. Oh, man. There's so much happening. I don't know if it's just me or if the statues in the background look like the robot from that children's educational site. I need to look now. Not sure if anyone will ever know what I'm referring to. Bananas because Donkey Kong. When I taught Charlotte, I shouldn't have jumped. Dang it. When I taught Charlotte that song, she couldn't get it right. She kept going B-N-A-N-A-S. And I'd be like, B-A. And then, of course, she just thought that was funny. So she just kept saying B-N-A-N-A-S. And I'd be like, B-A-N-A-N-A-S. B-N-A-N-A-S. B-A. We used to laugh about it. I'm not like other moms. I'm a cool mom. I need that as a quote for whenever we talk about, oh, what? Where am I going? I'm just a mom that's doing the best I can, man. That is really the kind of mom I am. Just doing the best. I jumped again. It is a good thing I'm not eating spicy chips every time I die. I did that for one stream, and let me tell you, that was a lot of spicy chips and my mouth was on fire.
I have an idea.
Why do I keep jumping? Self. I'm looking at your name, 00 Slinky, and I'm laughing on the inside because I called you Ooh Slinky. What? Duck fast enough. Okay. I gotta jump over. Right? Yes. Oh my gosh. This is insanity. Oh. Dang it. This is seriously bananas. Wow. I love this level, but it is so hard. Mostly because my Joy-Con doesn't seem to be working very well. My joystick. I'm actually using the D-pad. I'm using the buttons. Oh, it's about to get real. Oh. Someone banned jumping. Well. We can just die over and over and over again. Okay. We're not going to go to the left. Choose the right. Don't follow the bananas. They will lead you astray. Don't do it. Oh, there's a G! G, dang it! Man, 5. Ben dying. Okay. Starts right now. What do I have to do if I die? I would say do push-ups, but you guys can't see me. Dang. I'm totally gonna die. How many do I have? How many letters do I have? I haven't even been paying attention. I don't think I have any. Maybe I'm wrong. This is totally insane. Dying. I'm gonna. Oh, we're at the end of the level. Are lucky. That's not what well, okay. That's fine. Do squats? Okay, if I die, I will do squats. I will do 10 squats. 10? Is that too many? I just threw a number out. Seabreeze Cove. She's cute. That's what she said in the nail salon. Hi. Yes, hi. If you could just, my nails are indisposed. If you could go and put this money in my meter or else I'm gonna get a ticket. She's cute, which means she's useless. Oh, she does such a good job. It makes me angry watching her. You could have sworn I got the K? Dang it. Well, that's okay. I'm not even quite sure what you get if you get all of the letters. I don't know. But I'm not about to be a completionist in this game. Oh, stuff's getting dark. I really like these levels, actually. Oh, we just lit up the ocean. little glowing friends. I feel like there are things. Can I not? I was gonna say, I am not a clownfish. Do you want me to say? Say what? Say what you need to say. Oh, are these all glowing fish that make these? Oh, okay. So they are. Oh, I already got that. Okay. Short-term memory loss. Got it. Oh, what, the reward? Yes, you can say that. That's fine. Please, let me know. Sorry, I was forgetting about what I even asked. I am so smart. SMRT. There were some creepy levels in... Whoa! What are you? What did I just get? I don't even know what I just got. Did I get a heart? Did I get an extra guy? What did I even get? Get every Kong letter in a world and you unlock a super hard bonus level. Oh, great! Great. Just what I need. And I thought the shrines were hard when you find the what are they called? Oh, wow. I can aim really well. That's fantastic. There are, like, if you get the extra endings... Oh, there's my pig. Oh, I need air. Wow, okay. I really need air. There are shrines. But I remember some of those bonus levels from the first game, and wow, they are so insane. I need to get myself some Kong letters. What happens if you get every puzzle piece? Have you 100%ed this game? Because if you have, you are a better gamer than I. I do love games like this, though, because I love collecting things. But there are some games where I'm like, this is hard. This is too hard. What did I say that in? Oh, it was Death's Door. It's hard. Death's Door was so hard. Wow, Death's Door. I really struggled with Death's Door a lot. There were so many fights that took me a long time. Many, many, many tries to beat. Many tries. The puzzle pieces just unlock concept art. That's what I thought. That makes me feel better because puzzle pieces are hard to come by. You have 200% on the file select. Holy cow. You know what? I remember those time trials. I do remember those time trials from the first game, and they are brutal. They are super brutal. I wish I had Dixie, because then I could... Oh! Son of a half-troll. Wait a minute. Does that light make them go away? Oh. Oh. So it does. I only have the game on Wii U. And my last working Wii U Pro controller has a defective Y button. No! I have it on the Wii. Like the original Wii. Oh, not worth it. No. Oh, I am almost out of air. I keep forgetting that I am a monkey underwater. Self. Help a brother out. Ha! Well, it was fun. It was fun. Oh! Wow, I am really bad at this game. I am better at gaming than this, guys. I promise. Is there a secret up there? I need air. I need air. I need air. Something fierce. If you 100% this game, Shigeru Miyamoto comes over to your house and gives a firm handshake. Yes. That is what happens when you 100% this game. The whole Retro Studios just comes to your house for a party. It's a pizza party. How in tarnation? Oh, wow. That is very exciting. That was very fun. That reminds me in Megamind when he's like, your hair, it's very exciting. I love Megamind. It's so great. Good night, Alex. Thank you so much for being here. You need to spam Y for rolling to get good times. Yes, and half the time the button input doesn't register. Well, yeah, that would screw up your times for sure. That sucks. Okay, Diddy, I'm not gonna lose you this time. Did I get the K? I did. Okay, all right, okay. We are gonna do it this time. I'm so bad. Okay. We're just lighting up all sorts of stuff. All sorts of things. Many things. Well, I hope everybody has sweet dreams tonight. I was talking about all sorts of scary movies and things. Cooks' hands and sausage grinders. No way. Yeah, saw some wackadoo things when I was younger that I shouldn't have seen. So I realize now that I was definitely a weenie as a kid, but I was also seeing things that I never should have seen. So it wasn't even really my fault. I was just watching what was, you know, what was on TV. My parents were like, here, watch this. I was like, okay. So I actually think I'm a little overprotective of Charlotte when it comes to stuff like that. But I would rather be that way and have her sleep soundly and not have bad dreams and not come get into bed with me than have her see things and just kind of be like, whatever. Like, I know that sometimes parents are like, you gotta let your kids experience things for themselves. This is true. But I also don't want her coming and getting in bed with me in the middle of the night if I can help it. So I'm really careful about what she watches. Aw, beans. Woo! Surprise. I could use X instead, but resting my thumb on A and X just feels too alien. Ooh, yeah, no, that doesn't work. Nope. No, sir. I don't think I could do that either. See, if it were on the Switch, though, you could change the button mapping. Is Donkey Kong Country Returns on the Switch, now that I think about it? Oh, I don't have Diddy. Oh, I don't have Diddy. 5 out of 9. Wow, 9? Wow, that is a lot. That's a lot of puzzle pieces. Too many puzzle pieces. Dang it. What? Oh. Do I get something if I... Nope. Nope. Wow, That minecart. Oh, there's a thing. I see it. I see it. Is Cage a weenie too? No. She isn't as much of a weenie. That's my sister. She tunes in every once in a while. She isn't as big of a weenie as me. She's just able to compartmentalize it better and be like, this isn't real. And I'm able to just turn that off. Like, I understand this isn't real. Now, with that being said, I don't think she purposely goes out of her way to try and watch, like, scary... I wouldn't say that she loves scary movies, but I think she is more... she's much more able to watch scary games and scary movies, unlike me. And then, of course, there's my brother, who can handle pretty much anything. Which kind of worries me, actually. I'm like, you know, that's kind of worrisome. Because you're becoming desensitized, and that makes me slightly nervous. Oh, you're referring to Tropical Freeze. And it was ported to the Switch. Yes, yes. Okay, sorry. I was thinking of Donkey Kong Country Returns. We were talking about Tropical Freeze. I knew that. Oh, it was so close. Wow, that was really close. This is terrible. Angles are so bad. Oh, man. This isn't going to happen. I need Diddy. Diddy or Dixie. Or even Cranky. Dang it, dang it, dang it. Gee, dang it. Yeah, Katie can handle things a lot better than I can. Because she's like, this is not real. And I know it's not real too, but the images stay with me, and I just don't... There's a Metroid Easter egg in this level that took 4 years to be documented online. Wow! I love Metroid. And I love Easter eggs. Okay, it is almost 10:30. I think guys would more likely feel disgust before they feel fear for those kinds of things. Maybe, I don't know. Oh, we've got an octopus. Squid. I'm gonna save that for next stream because it's almost 10:30 and I always get like on a high when I stream, and I always have to kind of come down from that high. I need to look up Sea of the Deep. I also have Breath of Fire. Why do I have that written down? You find it by getting to the end, then swimming back through the anemone. I'm gonna have to write that down. Metroid Easter egg. And what's this level called? Miss Abyss. Oh, very clever. Yeah, I'm gonna have to sign off for the night. I always hate signing off because I love streaming, but I also don't love being super exhausted when my child wakes up for school the following morning. See you later, Aardvark. You only YOLO once in life. I know, but we have 2 chapters left of my novel. And then we'll be able to fit more gaming in, right? Yes. I really do. I think Mega Man 2 will probably be my next game. And then I'm thinking, and this changes periodically, just kind of depending on like how I feel. But I'm thinking I do need to play Majora's Mask. I've never played Majora's Mask, and now it's out on Nintendo Switch Online. So that's another one I need to play for the first time. And then, of course, we'll pepper in some Horizon Forbidden West side quest streams. Nothing storyline spoiler. But that game is an absolute blast. It's so much fun. I wish I could play it more often than I can right now. I'm limited to playing it during my baby's nap times, and unfortunately one of those nap times is spent waiting for her sister at the bus stop. And in the morning when she naps, I have to sleep myself because I'm tired. There's also one in the back in the first world that's much easier to find in the second bonus level. Metroid Easter eggs. I don't think I have the second bonus level, do I? I think I got the first one. There are 2 bonus levels? Oh, you said that already. Is this the first one? No. Where's the second bonus level in this one? Oh, wait. Wait. Oh, I have done the second bonus level. Wait, there are 2 bonus levels in each world. Where is the second bonus level? Okay, so here's one up there. Where's the second one? It was... Oh, I bet it was that one down there. This one right here. I think that was a bonus one. Yeah, Zipline Shrine. Yes. Number A and number B. Number dash A. Got it. Okay. So it's in the second one. That's the only shrine I've actually been able to, like, uncover. This one right here. Yeah. Okay, we've got Metroid Easter eggs to look for next time as well. I'm all about Easter eggs. I played Guacamelee for the first time, which was also a blast. That was really fun. I haven't played the second one yet. I got them both on sale from the eShop, the Switch eShop, and that had tons of game Easter eggs. It had Metroid Easter eggs. It had a Journey Easter egg. It had, oh, there was another one. I took a picture of it. What was it? There was another one that there was an Easter egg. It had all sorts of game Easter eggs. It was great. 1B. That's this one up here, right? No, that's 1K. What? Swinger Flinger? I don't even remember that one. I don't know, but that'll give us something to look for during my next stream. But hey, I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight and hanging out with me. Thank you for these newcomers. You guys have been great. Thanks for having fun. Oh, the K levels are the ones you unlock with the Kong letters. That makes sense. Well, then where is this other bonus level? Oh, this one. 1B. Okay. All right. I understand now. Less than ape. You've got a Super Meat Boy. I have only played like 4 levels of Super Meat Boy. My brother bought it for me on my Xbox 360 years ago, and I played through maybe 4 or 5 levels, and then something happened and I got busy, and then my Xbox died, and I wasn't ever able to play it or finish it. I have played Celeste though, and Celeste is that equally like punishing type platformer, but I'm one of those that loves to like race through levels, and so Super Meat Boy was like right up my alley, but then again, I only played like 4 levels. But seriously, thank you guys for the follows, and thank you guys for hanging out and chatting with me. I really appreciate it. Streaming is like my favorite time of my week. I do it 3 days a week. I do it Sunday nights, Tuesday nights, and then Thursday afternoons. My schedule and all of that stuff is in my Twitch, my about section or schedule section or whatever. Tuesdays and Sundays at 7:30 Central, and Thursdays at noon. So what's tonight? Sunday? All right, so I'll be back on Tuesday night. We only have 2 chapters left in my novel. So I'll be reading those, and or I'll read 1 chapter per stream. Yeah, I'm going to sign off, and I just appreciate you guys. Thank you for hanging around with me and hanging around and redeeming channel points and making this a super fun stream. I had a great time tonight. We had some awesome conversation. This was great. And I know which games to avoid. I know which games to avoid. I know which movies to avoid. We didn't talk about movies so much, mostly games. Seriously, if you enjoyed yourself and if you had a good time, think about joining the Discord. We have a really good time there. We talk a lot about, music. We have music recommendations, podcast book recommendations. We've got a dad joke channel, a database, and yeah, it's a pretty active Discord, and it's really fun. So very wholesome, very positive. I'm all about positivity. So feel free to join the Discord, and I will be back on Tuesday night at 7:30. So hopefully I see all of you guys there, and I hope everybody has a good rest of your evening, day, wherever you are located. You could be like hours ahead in my future. I'm not really sure, but you guys are awesome. So everybody have a good rest of your night, and I will see all of you guys on Tuesday. Bye.